All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Esto es la regla en camerino. I want a good, clean fight. Una pelea limpia. La truza aquí, un poquito alta, a little high here. Yours are okay. A little bit high too, but punches here are good. Give me a good, clean fight. Remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch your belt.
Final instructions from Joe Cortez. The World Featherweight Championship on the line.
I think this is the first time in a while you can say it's truly the World Featherweight Championship.
Now Manny beats Marco Antonio Barrera.
Didn't even win a title.
And did he win a title?
Who everybody recognized as the World Featherweight Champion.
Left-hander comes out. He's wearing the flaming trunks. Marquez a more subtle white color with the red trim. Scheduled for 12 rounds. And I think it's going to be like this.
Well, that's why Pacquiao has the flames on his trunks, because he comes out blazing. Every fight he fights is the same. He's got a lot of energy. He's going to be real busy, moving in and out. He's not a runner.
No.
He has a lot of movement.
Well, what do you think the keys to this fight are, Lester?
Well, I think for Marquez, he's got to establish that jab early. The way Marco Antonio Barrera beat Nassim.
Good combination.
The way he beat Nassim Ahmed is establishing that jab, and against the left-hander, if you can establish that jab against him, it'll help him a lot. And keep Pacquiao off of him, he'll be able to land those combinations and those counter punches.
What's the Pac-Man got to do?
Now the Pac-Man's got to do what he always does. He's got to rush. He's got to rush in. He's got to be careful not to get too reckless though, because he can get hurt by Marquez. He's a big puncher, and he's got to use his speed advantage. He's got to be careful not to stay inside too long. But he's got to be careful when he throws that left hand, which is a very powerful left hand, not to overcommit.
Another good combination from Juan Manuel Marquez. 30-year-old fighter who waited a long time to win those titles. Finally got one against Manuel Medina right here in Las Vegas, February 1st of last year. Then backed it up with a victory over Derek Smoke Gainer. Pacquiao!
There's that left hand.
Comes in with a left hand and puts Marquez on the seat of his pants. Just that fast.
Marquez has been down before against some pretty good fighters. Fred Norwin knocked him down. Daryl Pinkney, a good German fighter, knocked him down. But he appears to be all right here. Well, this is the thing.
Down goes Marquez again with another left.
But this is the first time he's been down twice in a round.
And there's a long way to go. Now his confidence has got to be shot.
Yeah, he's got to be in a little bit of trouble here. He gets knocked down again. The referee might end the fight.
We didn't even get started, and Pacquiao was all over him. That could be it.
That one hurt him.
Only 30 seconds left in the round.
I don't think he's going to make it through the round. He gets hit with another left hand, that's going to be it. But Pacquiao's got to be careful. Marquez can hurt you too. I don't know if the referee will let it go if he gets knocked down for a fourth time.
15 seconds left in the round. Pacquiao just comes in and just unloads. I mean, this is no funny business whatsoever. Marquez has been down 3 times in the first round.
Oh, Pacquiao.
That's it. Marquez still standing. Pacquiao staring at him from across the ring, not going to his corner immediately.
He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe he was still standing. He looked across the ring at Marquez like, why are you still here? You'll see the power of Pacquiao coming here. He has a huge left hand, and that's where everybody gets into trouble with Pacquiao. That is his bread and butter, that left hand. He's got to be careful in this fight, though. If he lays in there with that left hand, he gets too careless, he could very well be countered by Marquez, who's a big puncher himself.
Well, let's see what Marquez has going into the second round. The Pac-Man showing us what he's all about. He will swarm you. Marquez is going to have to use his boxing skills.
Marquez is going to have to hurt Pacquiao here. At least get his attention with something big. He looks to be in trouble still. I don't think
good uppercut from Manuel Marquez.
He's a pretty cool customer, though, there, Marquez. He's been down before. Not 3 times in a fight, though, especially 1 round.
He's bleeding a lot from the nose.
Pacquiao just a lot of energy. Very tough to fight him. He rushes in on you. Doesn't give you a chance to set up. But he's very careless, too. He's susceptible to getting knocked out himself. He's been knocked out twice as a flyweight. Although he had trouble making the weight, a lot of people said, well, he couldn't make the weight, and he was weak in a weakened state. That's why he got knocked out. But I can't help but think that the guy's been knocked out twice at 112 pounds. Now he's fighting at 126 when he gets hit by that big shot from Marquez. What's going to happen?
Eric Morales was talking about this fight, mentioning this is his second fight, Pacquiao's second fight at this weight, and exactly what you were talking about.
But you know, he moved all the way up 3 divisions from 112 to 122, and now eventually 126. But he's much stronger at this weight. He doesn't struggle to make the weight. And I've seen a lot of fighters stay at those lower weight divisions, and it really, really damages their stamina, and they wind up getting knocked out when they shouldn't get knocked out. And he's just a lot more comfortable and stronger at 126.
Juan Manuel's got a lot of bloody nose to deal with. Oh, it's a good combination. Like you said, Pacquiao can get careless. Said it didn't hurt, shook his head. That usually means it hurt.
That's where Marquez is really dangerous. He's a superb counter puncher. When you hit him, you better be careful because he will fire back and he will land.
And Marquez, after that first round, realizes this is not going to be a walk in the daisies. I mean, this is a battle. He knows what he's got to do now. The problem is he's having to breathe through his mouth because his nose is messed up.
Well, this is a real warrior he's in there with. Pacquiao's a rare breed. There's very few fighters with a style similar to that can maintain that movement throughout a fight. But he's the one guy in boxing, or one of the few guys in boxing, that can do that. The whole thing is he has power to go with it, which makes him very, very dangerous.
Especially with that left-handed style. Marquez had that right hand sitting there ready to unload it, and he's going to need it.
Boy, his nose is all busted up.
Yeah, it's bad. He's in a lot of pain every time he gets hit.
Marquez is not establishing any kind of a jab here. He really has a chance. Pacquiao really doesn't have much of a jab himself. So if you can establish a good jab against him, it can really be effective. But Marquez has no jab at all here. He just kind of pawing at him.
He's got a broken nose, I believe.
But he doesn't have a broken will yet.
No.
And he's proven right there that he'll come back and fight when he's hurt. I think he won the round.
I believe he did too.
Well, it's going to be hard to overcome those 3 knockdowns, though. What do you score that, a 10-6?
10-7, maybe a 10-7.
Can you score it at 10-6? I believe you can.
Pay attention, man. Pay attention. Now you gotta set up and go from the defense and head move, okay?
You see Marquez counterpunching. That's the real danger against him. If you lay in there with that left hand like Pacquiao did, you're going to get countered. And that's what Marquez's camp has been working on. When he lays in there with that left hand, make sure you throw back.
Que no te vuelva a dar, serías muy tonto si te vuelve a dar esa pinche izquierda que la tira con todo. ¡Ule!
World famous trainer Nacho Beristain over there doing the best he can to keep his fighter going. They worked on him a lot in the corner.
Nacho's had many, many world champions, as Freddie Roach and Manny Pacquiao's corner, one of the hottest trainers in the world right now. Was training Mike Tyson. He's trained many, many other champions. They've got Juan Lascano. But he's got Pacquiao in superb condition. Training conditions, 100 degrees in the gym. So this is cool. This is mild in here tonight. But you wonder if it took something out of Pacquiao training in a gym that was 100 degrees. Been training in L.A.
L.A. has been hot lately.
Freddie was an outstanding fighter himself. A lot of guts, a lot of courage, not a lot of skill. But he's a protege of the famous Eddie Futch, one of the what many consider the greatest trainer in the world in the history of boxing. And he's been a big asset for Manny Pacquiao.
Eddie Futch trained Michael Spinks to the championship.
That was very low.
A little bit south of the equator there. This thing is a little bit more under control now for Marquez.
I think that Pacquiao knows he just can't rush in on Marquez without paying a price. he was able to do that early in the fight, and Marquez just stood there and took it. But he landed that first big one. Once he landed that first big one, Marquez could only backpedal at that point.
Boy, Pacquiao's got he's all energy, isn't he?
Oh, he really is. It'd be really good thing for Marquez to start trying to establish a body attack here. Pacquiao is so tough to hit in the head. You might as well take your shot at him in the body. I mean, you know, you hit him in the head there, but it's hard to get a clean shot at him because he's always moving away from the punch.
He's moving somewhere.
Marquez has had a lot of success throughout his career going to the body early, but he's just headhunting right now.
Well, Pacquiao walked right into that one. But Pacquiao just missed with the left. Here he comes, gritting his teeth.
It's hard to get an advantage on Pacquiao. Just about the time you think you're backing him up, here he comes back at you again. He did that with Marco Antonio Barrera. Totally frustrating throughout the fight. And you wonder, on the Barrera fight, was Barrera that bad or Pacquiao that good? I guess it's probably a combination of both, but he just really annihilated Marco Antonio Barrera. He looked totally shot in the fight, totally confused.
Shocked the world. He shocked the world that night.
Yeah, it wasn't such a total shock that he won the fight, but the way that he won it is what shocked everybody.
Round 3 scheduled for 12. Juan Manuel Marquez was knocked down 3 times in the first round. He's still with us.
And he's in this round right here, too. This is a very close
round. Good right hand from Marquez. Good right hand from Marquez.
Might have won him the round right there. Very tough round to score.
No lo empujes porque lo vas a lastimar, no lo empujes. Bien,
They're asking not to push him. They don't want him pushing.
Segundo y tercero ganados, que no te vuelva a cascar la quijada y es hombre muerto. Cáscale en el cuerpo y llévalo para atrás.
They're telling him to keep doing what he's doing. He's won the last 2 rounds, they're telling him.
Oh.
So that's a nice right hand. Marquez just picking his shots in there, trying to counter Pacquiao. It's tough to lead against him because he's so awkward.
He's awkward and he's also reckless at times.
But then Pacquiao keeps coming back at you.
I know.
I mean, you just can't stop the guy.
All right, here we go, round 4. I believe that scoring-wise, at least a 10-7 round, that first round for Pacquiao, and so Marquez wins the last 2, but he might still be behind on the cards.
And I'm not absolutely sure, but there's a very good possibility you could actually score that 10-6.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me.
And there may be somebody who did score a 10-6. That's a tough deficit to overcome too.
Manny Pacquiao's in the flaming red trunks, the champion. Juan Manuel Marquez is in the white trunks now. Marquez holds 2 titles. Pacquiao calls himself the People's Champion because he beats Marco Antonio Barrera.
And of course, Barrera beat Eric Morales, who was the champion. He decided not to keep the title. In his feud with the WBC, gave up that title. So Pacquiao beat the man, but he didn't get the title.
That's right. 126-pound weight class. This has been the slowest paced round, but I guess they deserved a little bit of one off.
Well, this is only early in the round. We don't know. it could turn in a hurry.
Good jab.
Pacquiao's not going to let it be slow paced for too long.
No, he doesn't have any slow gear. He really wants to throw that left.
Marquez is just being patient, trying to pick his shots. That's his style, though. His whole game is to counter the other fighter.
That's exactly what he does.
He's letting Pacquiao lead, and then he's countering. Because Pacquiao just leaves himself wide open, and that may very well be his best chance is to counter him when he comes rushing into him. It's hard to back Pacquiao up. I don't know how you're going to do that. You just got to run him out of gas or something. I've never seen him take off running backwards.
That's certainly not the case. He cannot go backwards.
This is the difference between Smoke Gaynor and Manny Pacquiao being a left-hander. Smoke Gaynor was a runner. Pacquiao just rushes in on you and flops all over the place. It's very difficult to get an advantage against him because he's all over the place.
Well, what he tries to do, I was noticing, is that he doesn't have a jab. He just throws that right hand out there, then tries to catch you in a bad spot with that left hook.
Right. Well, that straight left hand is where all his power is at. He turns it over sometimes as a hook, almost like a hook, and that's where he hurts a lot of guys.
Good right hand. Oh. Well, there you go, round 4.
Very tough round to score.
A very tough one. I don't know what you would do there. I like some good counter punches I saw from Juan Manuel Marquez.
But then you had Manny Pacquiao scoring with a lot of leads as well.
I thought we might have a short night there at the start.
Okay, Manny, listen to me. You're single punching out there. He's not being effective, and you let him lead to you. Let's get head movement, back him up with the jab, and there's no combinations, okay? All right? Remember, that hook's a good job for you. Go with the hook.
Y repite derecho con lo mismo, con la misma mano, nomás vivo con la izquierda que viene atrás. Okay, vámonos. Ule.
They want him to keep doing what he's doing. In Marquez's corner, they like him. They like what he's doing. I don't think he won the last round. It's a very close round. Could have gone either way. But apparently his corner likes what they see so far.
Round 5 here from Las Vegas, Nevada. The World Featherweight Championship started out with a big boom from the Pac-Man.
That was a huge boom.
Put the champion on his rear end. I don't know how he got up that 3rd time.
I don't either.
I thought he was done.
I don't know how he survived it. One more knockdown, I think the referee would have stopped it. And some referees won't let a fight go past 3 knockdowns.
But the 3 knockdown rule is not in effect here in Nevada, in the unified rules.
Fortunately for Manuel Marquez, that's the case.
That's the case because he's still here in the 5th round with a chance to retain his title. His corner, Marquez's corner, wants him to continue to counter, be smart.
You know, surprisingly, Marquez hasn't gone 12 rounds since 2000.
Is that right? Yes.
Like 9 fights ago. So, but he's gone 12 rounds 5 times in his career, so he may very well be in this fight for the duration here.
Well, Freddie Roach was telling Pacquiao that the one-punch strategy is not going to work for him. He needs to put something together.
Well, what happens as soon as he throws 1 punch, he gets countered.
Right.
He throws 2 punches, he keeps himself from getting countered.
And he does have a tendency to leave himself wide open. Oh, good right hand. Another one.
Pacquiao's letting him know he's not hurt. I'm not so sure he wasn't a little bit, though. That's amazing. You think he got the guy hurt? He
Got him again. Left hand that time. Pacquiao's taking a whooping this time.
I'll tell you, he keeps coming back and dishing it out.
Yeah, he'll come back on you. He's not going back. He's not going to go away until you put him down.
So far, his chin has been tested, and he's holding up pretty good. It doesn't look like he's been hurt significantly at all. He's getting hit hard, but it's not buckling his knees, or you don't really see any kind of effect. He just comes back on you.
Pacquiao keeps rubbing at his eye. Something's bothering him. He got backed up to the ropes. Then he fights out. Fast and furious.
I'm not sure it's a good idea for Pacquiao to trade with Marquez.
Because every time he throws, he gets countered.
Marquez has good hand speed on the inside.
Marquez is a great champion. He deserves everything that's come his way.
Manny needs to get in there and get out. That's always his game, is to get in there, land that big punch, and get out.
I think it's a big round for the champion. Big round for the champion.
Big round.
Domínalo. Manita, hay que presionar para atrás, no sabe cómo patear.
No sabe pelear para atrás, Juanito.
No, ya está el güey.
Está neutralizado.
He doesn't know how to stop your punches now.
Pasa adelante.
Ahorita te la quito, Juanito. Lo que pasa es que para detenerte la hemorragia, agarra esta mano.
There's a replay.
See, he gets his head out of position.
Right, Marquez just picking his shots. He's not leading and just throwing to be throwing. He's conserving his punches, and when he's throwing them, he's landing them. He sees the opening, he finds it, and he lets his hands go.
Isn't this fun? Here we go.
Pacquiao got very frustrated towards the end there. He just started just rushing in and just letting punches go. No kind of, his technique was breaking down on him. He got a little frustrated there. Wasn't sure what he needed to do.
Round 6 scheduled for 12 for the Featherweight Championship. We're coming to you from the MGM Grand Garden Arena, site of many great boxing battles over the years, here in Las Vegas. The champion's in white. He was bloodied and down 3 times in the first round, and he's still here in the 6th round. That's what champions are made of. How he got up after that 3rd knockdown, we'll never know. Manny Pacquiao got careless in the 5th round, his worst round so far. Got tagged with combinations hard 3 times at least. And now he's back to his old self. There's a counter once again. If he leaves his head out of position, Marquez has the talent as a counterpuncher. And as Lester was saying, he has the ability on the inside to make you pay every time.
There's a lot of people who think that Marquez is the best counterpuncher in boxing. And you can see why a lot of people think that by what he's done tonight with Pacquiao. And to have to come back and do it after being knocked down 3 times is quite a feat. He's totally recovered now at this point, I believe. And all those who thought that we may be seeing the...
Good right hand. He's got Pacquiao in trouble. Pacquiao flails out of trouble. Another right hand. The champ is trying to land hard punches and counter.
Looks like Pacquiao's bleeding again here. Sorry, Marquez is bleeding.
Looks like it could be the nose bleeding from Pacquiao.
As I was about to say, this does appear to be a candidate for the fight of the year so far.
Absolutely.
That was the thought coming in, that this could very well be the fight of the year.
That's why many esteemed writers from all across the country, boxing writers, were here, because we knew what kind of a dynamite matchup this was. And we're just in the 6th round, Lester.
I don't think you've ever seen Pacquiao in a sloppy fight or a fight that wasn't exciting. Usually when you get a right-hander against a left-hander, it winds up in a dull fight. Pacquiao's a different breed of left-hander, though. He'll stand there and fight with you. He's not a runner. And, although Marquez may be having a little bit of trouble with it, he's had a lot of experience against left-handers, and that experience that he had in the past with left-handers is paying off for him right now.
Good uppercut going to the body.
Marquez does not seem frustrated by Pacquiao's left-handed style.
Those 3 knockdowns might as well have been a year ago now, the way he is in the ring. And
yeah, but
you could tell though that Marquez has more ability to do different things. He has the ability to adjust.
Well, he's the more technically sound fighter. If you're going to teach a kid to fight, this is the way you teach him to fight like that. It's hard to teach a kid to fight like Pacquiao does. It's just he's just such an unusual style of fighter. And you might watch boxing for the next 50 years and never see anybody like him again.
That's into the 6th round, another good round for the champion.
Si corres mucho riesgo para pegarle al cuerpo, tira primero arriba, recto, si le pincha derecha abajo.
They want him to keep going to the body. They know they got Pacquiao slowed down. They want him to go to the body.
Ya lo tocaste, Juanito. Está muy cortado del ojo. Hay que seguir.
Está cortado del ojo, pero es muy peligroso con su izquierda.
Good right hand there, Lester.
Oh, yeah, he's starting to land that right hand as Pacquiao lays in there. Pacquiao, what he's not doing now is landing that left hand. He's getting sloppy with it, where it was straight before, or he was now he's just laying in there and just half throwing the punch.
Double jab, straight left hand.
Double jab, straight left hand. They work on Pacquiao furiously in the corner.
The problem with Pacquiao throwing a jab, he doesn't throw a good stiff jab. He just kind of flicks it out there. But he's got to do something to land that left hand, because just leading with it is making him pay a big price when Marquez counters it against him.
Marquez is a great counterpuncher. Like you said, perhaps the best in the business. It's awesome to watch.
That was a beautiful jab. That was a counter. If he'd seen the opening, he would have brought the right hand.
Good combination, backs Pacquiao up.
Marquez is just so technically sound. I mean, his technique is one of the best in the world. You have to admire him as a technician.
I'm certainly I think the Pac-Man does at this point, because he's thinking about what happened 6 rounds ago. Thought we were headed to the buffet. Well, here we are still.
It looked like that early.
Featherweight championship of the world, living up to the hype. On course to be the fight of the year if this keeps up.
Pacquiao was asked in his corner to double up on the jab and throw that left.
He hasn't thrown anything.
He hasn't thrown anything with that left jab yet.
He hasn't thrown anything this round.
When he doesn't throw the jab, he just gets backed up.
Yep, look at that counter punching. Isn't that beautiful, folks?
And we'll see if Marquez starts throwing those body punches like his corner asked him. I think now would be a good time to start attacking the body to Pacquiao. It's so tempting to throw those headshots because he's so open. But I say open, but elusive. While he carries his hands down, you know, you think he's in front of you. The next thing you know, he's to the side of you.
9-year pro and unbeaten his last 13 fights is the lefty Manny Pacquiao, and the champion is unbeaten in his last 13 fights. He's won 11 of them by knockout. Just digging the body. That's what they want him to do.
That was a nice uppercut by Marquez as well. Caught him on the inside.
Round 7 scheduled for 12.
You know, you said both fighters won the last 13 fights. Amazingly, another parallel. Both of them their last losses in 1999. That's 5 years ago.
That's a long time.
They've had some nice stretches there. String of victories, 13 in a row. For Pacquiao, all title fights. One none, with the exception of one.
Against Barrera.
Right.
15 seconds left, round 7.
Wait a second, that was for the People's Championship.
The peeps. For my peeps. Good uppercut. Boy, I tell you what.
Marquez just picking him apart.
Marquez is just picking him.
He's got his number now.
That's why he's a champion.
Muy bien, pero bájase un poquito la mano derecha, te están metiendo sus brazos por arriba. Tírale gancho derecho, con gancho al hígado. Ese que tira.
They don't want him to lower that right hand because he's getting hit.
Y controla su izquierda, Juan, pues si tenías un control muy chingón.
Tírala, no le hace.
Now you can see Marquez just looking for a spot. Nice and patient. There's that uppercut we were talking about earlier.
The chant going up around the arena, Mexico, Mexico. I wonder who that's for.
Pacquiao landed another nice left hand right there at the end.
They see the confidence growing in the champ.
Allen, that big 3-point deficit, 3-4-point deficit we saw in the first round.
Gone.
I now have it gone. I have Marquez winning the fight 66-65.
Well, the psychology of that is, as we take a look at round 8, is that Pacquiao, that's how he wins fights. And if you knock a guy on his butt 3 times and you don't get, and he's still in front of you, that wears on your confidence and your patience. And now he's getting countered to death. And the people that haven't seen Marquez fight, you see what a brilliant technician he is. That's why I'm so shocked that he got dropped like he did 3 times, because that's not like him.
Well, you know, a lot of people recognize.
But it's Pacquiao. I got to give him
for his
credit.
power in his left hand. I mean, every fighter will tell you that's fought him that, you know, it feels like he's got lead in that left hand, and he can hurt anybody. And he can hurt anybody with that left, including a good fighter like Marquez.
Now I'm sensing from Pacquiao that he wants to pick it up here in the 8th round, maybe knowing that he's blown his lead.
One thing is not going to happen is the computer, when the information was fed into it.
Yes. Which computer?
Which computer? Well, one of the websites had a computer fight, they had Manny Pacquiao winning the fight in a 5th round knockout. We know that's not going to happen.
No.
In fact, when you feed all the information to the computer, they had Manny Pacquiao win the fight 79 times out of 100.
We shall see.
It doesn't look like a 79% chance he's going to win this fight right now.
It's about 50-50 right now.
I think 50-50 is a better number.
We're in the 8th round.
Also, you know, it might have been Pacquiao's manager feeding the information into the computer.
I was about to say, was it a Filipino-made computer?
Or his promoter, Murad Muhammad, may have financed the computer fight, or bout, what do you call it? I don't know if you call it a fight, because they didn't actually fight.
Under a minute left, round 8. Why do you think Pacquiao slowed down so much?
Well, I think he knows that every time he throws a punch, he's paying for it. I mean, he can't do what he did in the 1st round, just go in there and start throwing those left bombs, because now that part of the fight is over, it's a new fight. And ever since the 2nd round started, Marquez has made him pay for every punch he's thrown.
Marquez swarming him now.
He let him off the hook. He had a chance to go to the body when he had him on the ropes.
He doesn't want to be on the ropes. Marquez needs to get off the ropes. Pacquiao's trying to unload the bombs.
Boy, Pacquiao is about as determined as you can be for a fighter.
A little problem on his right eye. He just ate another right hand to that right eye. I don't know what his vision's going to be like as we go along here. That's the end of round 8. I tell you, Nacho Berenstein is doing a great job over here, keeping his fighter.
Ganas estos rounds, retienes el título. Y si empatas, retienes el título. Pero una mala actuación en estos rounds te van a quitar la pelea.
Céntrate en el round, vas empatado, Juanito. Vas empatado. No nos vamos a decidir a los jueces. No queremos ir a los jueces.
They're telling him if he has another bad round, if they're concerned, they're going to take the fight away from him. Although I have him ahead, his corner is very concerned he may be losing the fight.
Now come back with the hook for me, okay? Finish him.
Come back to the hook,
Man,
Freddie says.
You've got to back this man up and be stay in control. Do not let him back you up, you hear me? Do not let him back you up and take control of the fight, you hear me? You be the boss out there, son, okay?
Control mo na yung laban, Brad. Huwag ka ng kumpiyansa, ha? Huwag ka ng kumpiyansa.
Manny, let's go.
They told him in Philippine, have confidence.
Well, it's tough to have confidence. Every time you hit a guy, he hits you back 3 times. That makes it really tough.
I think that was, we're in round 9, folks. Manny Pacquiao, the hero of the Philippine Islands in the flaming trunks, and Marquez, the champion, the hero from Mexico City in the white trunks. It's been a great fight. I think the corner of the champion was exactly correct, telling him what they told him. Do not take a round off here as we go down the stretch.
Oh, you never know what's going to happen, especially in Las Vegas.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you think you've got a fight won. You can think you're winning the fight by 4 or 5 rounds, and you look up and they announce you as a loser.
Do they always get them right in Texas?
They don't get it right anywhere. They occasionally get it right in most places.
Now, they want the Pac-Man to come forward, but I'm telling you, Marquez has got all the skills. Having said that, I saw him on the canvas 3 times in the 1st round, so anything could happen in this fight. It's still wide open. We're in the 9th round, under 2 minutes left.
Well, the important thing is that from the difference in the fight from the 2nd round on has been total domination by Marquez. He's made up the 3-point, possibly 4-point difference from the 1st round, and the way I see it, he's ahead by 2 points in the fight. But as we say, you know, it could be difference of opinions for the judges. It's been a long time since Pacquiao's had a round I thought he won.
Wow, look at that combination,
like 5
that
rounds
speed.
ago.
Just backing him up.
That's where Pacquiao's corner does not want him to be, is with his back to the ropes. They want him coming forward. That's where he's most effective. That's where he has the power in that left hand.
Well, I can see why a lot of people over the years would have ducked Marquez with all his skills and technical ability. And here he is, featherweight champion of the world.
Well, they all ducked him. Prince Nassim Hamed actually gave up his title.
Not to have to fight him.
Not to have to fight him when Marquez was #1 contender in the mandatory position. Rather than fight him, he just gave it up. And probably for good reason. I think that Marquez would have done probably exactly what Marco Antonio Barrera did.
I think so too.
But now if he can win this fight here, he's on the verge of a monster fight with another fellow Mexican, Eric Morales. In fact, the winner of this fight, that's where the money's at for them, is in the fight with Eric Morales.
Well, they got to go up and get him.
Right. Got a long ways to go in this fight for somebody to win.
Boy, Marquez is just wicked with his counterpunching, just tagging you on the chin.
Pacquiao just can't turn it around.
No, he can't. Not at this point.
Although he may
good left hand, good right hand, excuse me. Marquez now body shot. And that's what we've been waiting on, is the body punches. Pacquiao's having troubles.
Yeah, his face looks pretty bad. Looks like a beaten fighter right now.
Well, he hasn't won any rounds lately.
Well, that was a very close round. There's maybe some judges that saw that one Pacquiao's way. He was a lot more aggressive that round.
Okay, Manny. Eat, brother. Yeah. Drink that. Drink a little bit. You need this. Attaboy.
Relax.
All right, Manny. Manny.
Yeah.
The jab and the hook is working great for you, okay?
Okay.
Now I want more. Okay?
Okay,
Hey, this guy's tired. Do not let him take control of this fight. This is too close to fight right now. Manny, this is for the world championship right here. You gotta stop.
Gracias.
Sigue boxeando con clase. Ganándole el round. Voy.
They want to keep boxing him.
Que no te metas.
Here we go. I don't know about you, Lester, but I'm getting a little tense as we go along to the last 3 rounds coming up, if it goes that
It's
long.
anybody's fight right here. I mean, it's like a 1-2 point fight either way.
Well,
I've got Marquez winning the fight, but
as I mentioned earlier,
very close.
You heard Freddie Roach wanting the jab and the hook. Jab and the left. Of course, his big power punch is a straight left.
He knows that Pacquiao's got to come in and reestablish himself in the fight. These championship rounds is the fight. I think the fight's going to be won or lost right here in the last 3 rounds. If Pacquiao has to come in and start dominating, because he hasn't done anything to dominate a round since way back in maybe the 4th round. He won a round. Possibly won the last round, but a very close round, tough to score.
Tell you what, you give Marquez an opening, you're going to get some leather. I mean, he's just deadly accurate, quick, hard-working guy.
Thing is, he can punch with both hands. Pacquiao's basically a left-hand puncher, where Marquez is a right and left. He has thunder in both hands. Pacquiao he's just deadly with that left hand. But you notice he hasn't really done any damage with his right.
Reminds me of the heavyweight division. Remember, Razor Ruddock didn't have a right hand either.
Well, Oscar De La Hoya didn't have a right hand for a long time either, but now his right hand's good, now his left hand's bad. A lot of fighters made a living with one hand, but if you've got 2 good ones like Marquez, very tough to get beat.
Oh, man, look how Marquez just drills you straight in, backs you up, combinations, then stays out of harm's way. But Pacquiao did get a punch in there. Pacquiao picking up the energy now in the 10th round.
There's that left hand. When he hits you flush that left hand,
can you imagine?
Wicked. It is wicked.
Can you imagine how sore Marquez's nose must be right now?
I think Marquez is a little hurt right now.
I think so, too.
He could very well get dropped right here. If he does, whatever lead he might have,
it's gone.
It's gone again. A 2-point swing would be huge at this point in the fight.
I know he's having trouble breathing.
It can't be pleasant. He's been bleeding since the 1st round out of that nose.
Yep, that's what I was talking about. He had a long way to go once it got busted.
I'll tell you, it sure hasn't bothered him, though.
We're in round 10, folks. Featherweight championship of the world. A hard-fought, crowd-pleasing battle most of the way.
Well, this fight has rematch written all over it. We've got 2 rounds to go. The talk is Manny Pacquiao wins. It's a big showdown with Eric Morales.
Yeah.
Or if Marquez wins, maybe he's the guy to fight Morales. But right now, this kind of action right here is what makes the demand for rematches.
Pacquiao trying to stare him down. That's not going to work. He gets Marquez. You know, I'm not so. I'm pretty sure if Manny wins, he'll get that fight. But I don't know if it'll be made for Marquez.
Juanito es el 11, estás a 6 minutos de ganarle, pero
Well, let me know it's 11th round. They won't wear.
Llevamos un punto arriba,
Un punto arriba.
Tell him he's got 6 more minutes. If he wants to win the fight, he's got to go after him.
Destroying this guy when you go to him. You're destroying him when you go to him with the 1-2, right? Okay. All right, now let's finish up, okay? Okay. Body and head. You hear me? Okay. Manny. It's round number 11, son. Suck it up for me, okay, son?
You'll see, here comes Marquez countering. Pacquiao had that big left hand in the round. There it is right there. Stunned him momentarily, but he came back.
And he didn't even land that flush. He landed about quarter power.
Right. Well, he gets so much leverage, he gets so much push off that back foot that he punches through you and not at you.
Here we go, round 11.
That's why he's so effective and has so much power in it.
6 minutes of boxing action left to determine the featherweight champion of the world. Manny Pacquiao from the Philippines. The whole country looking in tonight to watch their national hero officially get the world title. Marquez from Mexico City. Wanted to be an accountant, you know.
Well, he's going to be counting money after tonight if he wins this fight. He's in for some big, big money down the road. Either fighter is in for a fight at least over $1 million with Eric Morales. I would say probably in the 1.5 to $2.5 million range possibly.
That's like 13 million pesos right now, you know.
So these next two rounds could be $1 million rounds.
I know, everything on the line.
A lot of money on the line.
Well, Freddie Roach wanted his fighter to go in 1-2, 1-2, but he's having to, every time he throws something, he gets countered. We're in the 11th round, and Marquez really impressive the way he came back from almost being out in the first round. Now, if you're a judge, is it hard to give a decision away when a guy's been down 3 times on the canvas?
Yeah, if you're scoring them by rounds like you're supposed to, you know, you'll forget about what happened in that first round.
He really dug a big hole for himself if he's able to come back from that.
Well, it's hard to know how they're going to score it, though. These last 2 rounds may be the determining factor.
The Pac-Man
it almost seems
trying
like
to land that big left all night.
Almost seems like both fighters are conserving a little bit for that last round. But as we get towards the end of the round, they'll come again probably. You think it's going to be a slow round? Somebody's going to take a round off?
We got a minute left in this round.
And they start fighting.
Pacquiao just missed with big left. It's like you have a clock in your head.
You know, Marquez never has established that body attack. It looked like he was going to in the middle rounds, and then all of a sudden he just laid off of it. I think he's done himself a disservice by not going to the body. Pacquiao's open to the body, but you know, it's hard to go to the body also when you know that there's a chance a guy will land a big left-hand bomb on you.
Manny Pacquiao, 17 years younger. He's sitting around watching videotapes of the greats. Joe Frazier, Larry Holmes, George Foreman. He liked the heavyweights. Don't we all? But this is fun to watch these featherweights battle for the world title. Pacquiao can't catch him. Final 10 seconds. Pacquiao flailing away. We're going to go to 12 rounds, Mr. Larry. Lester, whatever your name is.
Not to anyone's surprise.
And you're confused with my brother.
Una victoria que parecía increíble, güey.
Lleva 2 puntitos arriba. Cuídate.
Va a salir como loquito.
But tell him if he wins it, it'll be incredible. He's got to go after him. They're obviously very worried about a decision.
Hay que cuidar el round.
This is your round, son. We need this round badly. Manny, all right? You gotta put him on his ass this round. You hear me? Okay. Now, Manny, look for the double left hand. Do not let him be first. Okay. You have to be first. Okay?
Dos puntos arriba.
Vamos.
They don't want him to wait. They want him to go after him.
Well, the way
They know this is the fight right here.
this is what this sport is all about. 1 round for all the marbles, all the money, the world championship on the line. Both corners saying you got to go. It's go time for 3 minutes here in Las Vegas, Nevada. The champion, his title. in danger. Pacquiao landing the first hard shot. Back comes Marquez. Marquez throwing combinations. I think they're going to heat it up here, Lester.
They both know that the fight's on the line right here.
Everything they've worked for on the line right here. The big fights, the $1 million fights, all coming off this fight.
Neither fighter can take a chance here that they thinking that they're ahead and they can get this round away.
Good right hand from the champ. Pacquiao's had trouble finding the range, but one punch could decide it. And he's definitely got that punch, does Manny Pacquiao.
The last great battle between a Mexican and a Filipino here in Las Vegas 22 years ago, Rolando Navarrete lost his title to Bazooka Limon in a great fight. So here we are 22 years later with two great warriors from Mexico and one from the Philippines. What may be the fight of the year.
And it's got a rematch written all over it, like you said.
Although the beats demand for the winner to fight Eric Morales, you can't help but think that the public's going to demand a rematch here.
Once again, the champ counters. Half the round gone now. Neither fighter knowing how the decision will go.
I think you're getting ready to see the pace stepped up considerably here. Both fighters are going to start throwing.
The Pac-Man's hearing Manny from the Filipinos in the crowd, who came a long way. There was a good left from the champ.
And Marquez could very well be giving the fight away right here. This could be the determining round. He hasn't done anything this round to establish himself as the winner of the round.
All the effort's been from the Pac-Man. Maybe he's going to 57 seconds. He needs to get on it. Nacho, I don't know if he meant it sincerely, but he thought if he got this decision, it'd be a miracle.
And it may very well be a miracle to get the decision here.
45 seconds to go in this 12-round fight. What a fight it's been. For the first time the whole fight in the 12th round, the champion's nose is not bleeding. Go figure.
Isn't that amazing? Maybe he needs for it to bleed. Maybe he fights better when he is bleeding. All the crowd's on their feet for good reason. What a great fight.
20 seconds to go. I don't know.
I don't think anybody's going to ask for the money back tonight.
No.
Maybe some people lost their bets. It was pretty much a pick 'em fight, which is going to end up exactly as that. Pretty much a pick 'em fight with the judges.
Depends on what they scored that first round with the 3 knockdowns, and that's it. Both fighters, hands in the air. What a great fight. Lived up to the billing and the hype.
You can pretty much make a case for either guy. I think Pacquiao certainly pulled off that last round, and that may be the one that makes a difference.
You know what? I think it's who your loyalties are and how you see this fight. It's going to be one of those decisions. If you're from the Philippines, your man won. If you're from Mexico, your man won.
Well, either way, neither fighter lost any value out of this. I think they both increased their value.
They're exciting.
One thing that didn't happen, Pacquiao was not able to come in here and dominate Juan Manuel Marquez the way he did Marco Antonio Barrera. And that has to tell you something about Marco Antonio Barrera and where he is at in his career. And but two.
Well, Barrera's had a lot of fights and a lot of hard fights. I mean,
right.
You wouldn't be surprised at all if he's lost a little bit, because that man's been around a long time.
Well, I don't think anybody thought that Marquez was going to put up the kind of fight that Barrera did. He certainly didn't. A lot of people thought he was going to win the fight. A lot of people thought Pacquiao was going to win the fight. Now here we are. It's all over, and we don't know who won.
What did you have?
I don't know. I'm going to add it up here. Well, it's pretty close.
You just get out your fingers and your toes. See how Lester Bedford had it tonight. Yours truly, Alan Massengale. I'm not going to score it, because I just get it screwed up if I say who I thought won. A lot of smiles in the ring, everyone assuming they'd won the fight.
Everybody.
Bob Arum might be the big winner tonight, Lester. Get another fight, maybe a trilogy out of this thing.
Oh, hey, both promoters could come out of this one smelling like a rose. Boy, if they do this rematch, there's going to be a lot of demand for it.
Hey,
they may
Muhammad, you're on the other side, right?
Yeah, he's got a very valuable fighter. He's one of the most exciting fighters in the world, Manny Pacquiao, and he has every reason to be happy with his fight. I'm sure he thinks he won.
Standing by for the ring announcement from Michael Buffer.
I have it a draw, 113, 113.
And that's funny, because I saw Lester's numbers over here, back and forth, back and forth. He has it a draw. I wouldn't be shocked.
I think Pacquiao pulled out a draw at the end. That's the way I scored it. But there, you know, there were several rounds that were very close and very tough to score. And you don't know how these judges are going to score it. I don't think there's a disservice no matter who the winner is tonight. Nobody's going to get robbed. Now, if the scores are very lopsided one way or the other, then you can question it.
All right, let's get it from Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, after 12 great featherweight rounds, we go to the scorecards. Jon Stewart scores it 115 to 110 for Pacquiao. Guy Jutra scores it 115 to 110 for Marquez. And Bert Clemens scores the bout 113-113, a three-way split. The bout is a draw. Both fighters keep their respective titles.
Okay. You know what happens now, Lester? Everybody sees what a great fight this was. There wasn't a loser. They all get all excited. They make more money than they ever dreamed of.
Oh, yeah, and I think it was a good call because, you know, you hate to see your fighter lose. I actually scored at 113-113. I'm not going to get the, 18 to 1 odds or 28 to 1 odds or something like that from a window because I didn't bet it. Who would have thought it was going to be a draw? But I think it was certainly a fair decision, and I like the call, actually. And, hey, all it does is beg of a rematch.
Okay, trunks are a little high here, so punches in this area will be considered a good punch. Punches here will be okay. Now, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to caution you to keep the fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say, you must obey. Touch up. Good go. Benaswate.
Kenny Bayless is your referee with final instructions. We don't know what's going to happen tonight, but I can guarantee you one thing. Both these fighters are ready.
Pacquiao's so ready, he's always in the middle of the ring.
Manny Pacquiao in the white trunks. Marquez in the black trunks. They say it's unfinished business from 4 years ago.
It was so unfinished that Pacquiao decided not to move up to lightweight and take a lightweight title fight, but instead do the right thing and fight Marquez in a rematch.
So this is actually round 13, is what we're saying.
Absolutely, because it was a draw. I would sense there'll be more caution on Marquez's part. Recently, he's changed a little bit, guys. He tends to not be the counterpuncher purely and go out there and throw hard punches.
His fights have been much more entertaining. I think he felt a need to do that, to ascend to the heights of the other Mexican greats.
All right, but now that he's here, is it the wise thing to do tonight? I don't know.
It probably is.
Yeah?
I think there will be a lot of leading by Marquez with his right hand. He doesn't need to counter with that.
So far, testing out period, round one here at Mandalay Bay. I'm Alan Massengill with Wally Matthews. And I can't remember your name. Rich Murata. I got to jab him a little bit. I've only done 5,000 fights with him. And this is one of those great ones, Rich, that we've been anticipating for some time.
It's the first one in a while I've been really nervous for before the fight.
I know. I've had
those butterflies.
Manny working the jab a little bit, fellas.
No explosions yet, though. When Pacquiao starts to put his punches together, we'll see the speed of hand, where he does have an edge over Marquez.
Good counter. There's the counter punching of Marquez that we talked about. There's a good right hand for Marquez.
Wow.
That's got Manny motivated right there.
He was angry at himself.
First big one of the fight. Marquez landed that right consistently from round 3 to 12 in their first fight.
And that's why Manny was upset with himself, because it happened again. Now it's time for the crowd to chant Marquez as a zeroing in with the right hand. Marquez.
You know, you kind of get the feeling that Manny knows he was over-aggressive in the first fight, because he's kind of tempering it a little bit here.
It won't take him long to untemper it, I'll guarantee you that.
One of those punches by Marquez, straight a little bit low.
Marquez, the full package. Outstanding boxer, technician, and with power. And Manny's a powder keg and can go off at any time. And nobody knows that better than Marquez. Good round one. Good round one.
Arriba para que no te vayan a meter la grasa.
Aquí mismo.
Hey.
¿Está bien?
Bien, nada más abusado al regreso.
First round, one big punch. There it is, a perfect right hand delivered nicely by Juan Manuel Marquez.
And that's enough to win him the round on my card, because it really wasn't much else to choose from. It's a good punch.
Kenny Bayless got to push Manny back. He's so ready for round two.
Oh yeah, these two guys want to fight.
Freddie Roach saying he wants more jabs. You couldn't have a better support system in two corners than Freddie Roach and Nacho Beristain.
See, now watch Manny's tendency to lunge, especially when he really wants to rumble. He just did it there. Marquez did not make him pay, but he made him pay repeatedly in the first fight for that.
And also look for the side-to-side movement, upper body movement of Manny Pacquiao. That's how he keeps his head moving. And he kind of gets himself into a rhythm doing that.
Hasn't really found it yet.
Notice Marquez continually moving to his left to stay away from Manny's left-handed power. Keeping his left foot outside the right foot of Manny. Fighting a left-hander. There's another right hand for Marquez, glancing off. Manny doing a good job throwing a jab out, backing Marquez back.
Marquez is trying to rock back away from the punches and then counter. He hasn't really been able to do it exactly the way he wants to yet.
I tell you guys, this is one of those fights you don't want to blink, because you never know when the shot's coming.
Neither guy able to take control of the fight so far. Even to take control of the style of the fight.
Right.
Left hand, left hook, sort of coming in there. I didn't see much of that in the first fight.
So that was Marquez. One thing. I'm sorry, Rich. I was going to say, that was one thing that happened in the first fight, was that Marquez gradually began controlling the distance, and he hasn't been able to do that yet.
Marquez feinting a lot here also, trying to set it up for his right hand.
There it was. Downstairs, upstairs, Marquez. Manny coming back. One minute left in round two.
The crowd is going nuts over very little.
Yeah,
I can only
many
imagine.
people were really excited over here to our right.
If some punches really start to land, imagine what it's going to be like in here.
Manny doubling up the jab, Marquez countering. Oh, a little bit low there.
Actually, it's a comfortable pace for Marquez.
Absolutely. I was thinking the same thing. It's a much slower start for Manny Pacquiao.
Pacquiao boring in.
He was looking for it there.
Sure was. He's so fast.
But Marquez was kind of he's been waiting on it.
Yeah.
And he was able to duck under the big left.
He might have got caught inside. A little punch there. Final 10 seconds, round two.
Good shot.
Shot to Marquez. Right at the bell.
Oh,
wow.
That bell saved Manny Pacquiao. He was in real trouble.
He was wobbled by that left hook. Very different fight this time around.
Okay. You can't handle your speed. You've got to use the double jab and put that left hand right behind you, okay?
Vivo, Juan, porque el cabrón, cuando te tira recto abajo es porque se va a enderezar. Y remata. Cuando le metes
Lively,
un-
lively.
remata.
Hit him with the counter punch. When he throws that straight punch, hit him with a counter.
Muy bien. Más vivo porque te está picando
Very
abajo.
nice. All right, here you see Pacquiao lunging in very recklessly, and Marquez really made him pay.
And that's what Marquez did throughout the second half of the first fight. Used his aggression against him, and he did it right there again.
Round number 3, and you always wonder, when's the explosion gonna come? And from whom? Marquez taking advantage, as the guy said. When Manny opens up, he's just too good a fighter, Marquez, not to take advantage. He's just the kind of fighter that can do that.
Well, I just can't believe how reckless Manny got with that lunge in. It was unbelievable.
That's his fight, though.
That's
and
Manny being Manny.
Yeah. And, you know, let's not forget, you know, the legend of Manny has grown over the past couple of years. This is a guy that was knocked out twice early in his career, so he's not invulnerable. Good
Right
shot.
hand. Manny really getting tagged. Now he's getting frustrated, taps his gloves.
I think Pacquiao's getting knocked out tonight. I'm going to tell you right now.
Bold prediction.
Mark that one
From
down a minute
Matthews.
into the third round.
Because I saw Marquez learning in the first fight, and it looks like he picked up where he left off.
He's certainly dominant so far.
He is a sharpshooter, isn't he? Just listen and enjoy as Marquez pushes him back again with that right hand. Marquez is fighting a perfect fight for him.
And as you pointed out before, Alan, he's doing it easily. He's not being forced to, you know, he's not being
Headbutt.
pressured a lot. Yeah. Any blood?
Accidental. Let's
No
don't
blood.
have that. Let's don't have that. This
Yeah,
is too
really.
good a matchup.
You don't want this to end on some fluke.
Well, I've seen Manny get cut up pretty good.
Well, he's got to get it going, because in my mind, he has not landed a single significant blow in this fight.
Absolutely right. He's way out of his rhythm right now.
There's
Oh,
another
the heads
headbutt.
again.
Big time.
Wow.
That's what you get when you get a southpaw who's rushing in. Marquez now showing more intensity, trying to hold back the onslaught. Manny picked it up big time here. Oh, good left hand gets in.
That one hurt Marquez a little.
A little bit.
Good counter punching from Marquez. Oh
my
and the
God.
left hand puts Marquez down. I told you not to blink.
5, 6, 7, 8. Come on.
Well, he's landed a significant blow now.
Yes, he has.
And he's only got 7 seconds to survive here. Now Marquez counter punching off the ropes.
He's down
Marquez
again.
staggering again.
He was sitting on the ropes there.
And they do the macho on macho stare.
Wow. Big,
Mano a
big
mano at
round.
the end. That's why they pay the money to see these two people fight. Whoa.
What a round. You know, I think Bayless would have been within his rights.
Relax. You're okay. You're okay. Don't exchange punches. All right, now watch. It's a perfect punch. Not only the punch. Oh, there's the perfect left, but watch Marquez's head. It's going to hit the canvas very hard.
Yeah.
A double concussive punch.
You'll see it again. He wheels right into it. Now, after this, I don't know if we're going to see it or not, but Kenny Bayless would have been within his rights to call a knockdown here as well, because you'll see that Marquez is actually sitting on the rope after he gets nailed with this shot. If he was a little bit quicker on the draw there, Bayless could have called the second knockdown.
do you give that 10-8 round?
Oh, yes.
All right.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Round 4.
And now Marquez has got to show he can do in the second fight what he did in the first. That was the hardest knockdown, though, of all of the knockdowns that he suffered at the hands of Pacquiao.
Absolutely. That was the most legitimate knockdown.
Now you see Manny, you can feel his confidence level up. And that's how quick this thing could turn, because Marquez was doing everything right. Now he's getting into a war. And Manny loves it. Another left hand landing. Hold on to everything, folks. It's on.
And just to continue your point, Rich, in the first fight, Marquez was kind of at the end of the punches when he got knocked down. This one, he took it solid.
Manny smiling after a good combination from Marquez, and Marquez has seemed to want to let it go here, folks. Not what Nacho told him to do.
But you want to know something? He's really not letting it go. He's not letting that right hand go.
But he's not jabbing much with the left hand either.
No. He's a little hesitant right now.
I think he needs 3 minutes here of not too much activity.
Yeah.
As devastating as that hit was, you're right.
And don't forget, that happened right at the end of the round, so
boy,
he may not have been fully recovered.
His head hit that canvas hard.
Right.
Manny loaded up the left hand. Back comes Marquez countering. Manny, good head movement. Good head movement.
Yeah, he avoided all of those punches, just about.
To the body goes Pacquiao. And this thing can change in a blink of an eye. No doubt about it. Good left hand, picked off a little bit by the gloves. Pacquiao throwing the big bomb.
He's looking for it.
He senses it in this round. Marquez needs a little bit more time here.
Good left hook.
Yeah, Manny felt it. Downstairs and upstairs go Marquez with the right hand.
Now, did Pacquiao let him off the hook?
I think he may have.
He's not really pressing it.
He might have gotten stung a little bit.
Manny's backing off.
He got hit with some shots there, guys, and
still a good round for him.
Peleando muy bien, excepto la caída, estás peleando muy bien. Lo tira derecha, recto, derecha, gancho al hígado o derecha al cuerpo, pero sólido.
Left, right, then go to the body. Work his body. Both fighters had their moments in that round. There, Marquez trying to answer back after Pacquiao had reached him, but see that little left hand inside. Got to Marquez.
Yeah, something definitely made Manny back off late in the round. He didn't do that because he just felt like it.
we go to round 5. Manny Pacquiao in the white trunks, Marquez in the black trunks. Here from Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. A matchup that has not disappointed by any stretch of the imagination so far.
It looked for 2 rounds like Marquez might have an easy night tonight.
Yeah. Well, you knew Manny was going to make his run at some point. And he's in the middle of it now. There's that lunge in by Manny there, but no payback.
Marquez's face is, I guess, pumping up a little bit again. And that is puffing up, and that has been a hallmark in the last few fights of Marquez. His face buffs up easily.
The other thing we should watch is, don't forget, he recuperated amazingly in the first fight, but he is 34 years old now.
Manny's doing a good job of keeping just far enough out of distance.
And he's picking off that lead right of Marquez now, where earlier it was getting in. So it might be just a titch slower.
Plus he's boxing a little bit more under control, Manny. He's got nailed there.
He got countered with the right hand. Manny wants it to go. He wants to push the accelerator. It's hard to do when you got a brick wall in front of you.
Marquez going back to basics in this round.
Which is what Nacho told him to do.
Just try to get his rhythm.
Yeah. He had it going the first 2 rounds. Third round, wham, down he went. That one didn't quite make it.
I think he picked it off with his right glove.
Like you said, guys, there's a good right hand.
Marquez finding a rhythm a little here and trying to work his way back into the flow of the fight again.
Good shot.
Right to the chin.
These guys are 2 loaded guns right now, aren't they?
I just waited for him to go off. There's the right hand, man. He claps his gloves because he knows. I'm sure that's what he and Freddie Roach were working on after that first matchup, that right hand. But when you lunge on your punches like you guys are talking about, you're going to get countered. And that's the advantage Marquez has in this fight.
Good shot.
The hook, the right, whatever you can. Use your uppercut. He's not in position for it. Right uppercut, hook to the liver.
When you're first, you control him. All right? All right, let's be first out there with that jab. Control him with that jab, you hear me? All right?
In the previous fight, as we take a look at the replay now, Marquez landed some very significant right hands in that round. I thought that Juan Manuel bounced back to take that round. There's less craziness in the corner of Pacquiao tonight than there has been in some previous fights when all of his entourage were over there screaming at him.
And Freddie obviously in control of the corner, as he should be. I mean, there should only be one voice in that corner.
After 5 rounds, guys, how do you have it?
Well, my score is 47-47.
Me too.
Is it?
Are we copying each other? Dead even, man.
I thought
that's 3 rounds to 2, Marquez.
We're into round 6. Let's see how it goes. Marquez regaining his rhythm, getting a right hand in there. And it took him a couple of rounds after what happened in round 3, then round 4, but he bounced back nicely in round 5, and you guys were pointing out a little bit toward the middle to the end of round 4, Manny had to back off for whatever reason. He had him in trouble.
Well, after what we saw in the first fight, I don't think any
right hand.
Right hand. I don't think anybody could count Marquez out after being knocked down. You know he's getting back up and he's going to regroup. Good shots.
Good. Right, left from Manny, and then Marquez tries to counter, and Manny feeling a little bit here now. Manny loves it when he can just load up. The problem is when he misses. There's a body shot. This is the kind of fight that keeps you on your edge of your seat. You just never know. Any second. Manny not exactly jabbing his way through round 6.
No, and he's leaving himself off balance. So far, he really hasn't had to pay the price. Good shot.
He did there. He did there. Another left hand from Marquez. Marquez taking control of round 6.
Manny started taking some chances in this round and he paid for it.
I don't know. I I just don't see how you can turn a Manny Pacquiao into a jabber.
Not for very long.
Not for very long. I mean, it might be a good idea, but this is what he does. I mean, he's explosive. That's what his reputation has been.
Now, he had that great fight, that great punch and knockdown, but this has not been his best fight.
Not at all. And you know what? This would be 3 in a row that have been kind of lackluster.
As Marquez is really bored down to get into his rhythm in his fight.
Wow.
That keeps up. Marquez will drop. Will drop Manny. Very quick, very hard punches.
Shots.
Marquez doing his thing.
Deep breath. Deep breath, man.
All right, Manny, you're letting this get away from you. You're standing right in front of me.
Ya por poco, Juanito, poco. Necesitas rematar tus golpes, Juan. Y cambiarle. Cuando tires derecha, cambias el agancho.
Use your
Tiras ahí,
combination.
cambias el agancho con gancho izquierdo.
Throw the hook, Juan.
Upper, no has tirado, no has podido dar un upper.
And then the uppercut. Come on, throw the uppercut. Let's take a look at round 5, a controlled, measured round by Juan Manuel Marquez.
There was a great combination. Here it is there. It was a left uppercut followed by an overhand right. Stunned, man. He got it, stopped him right in his tracks.
And I can't help but remember how hard he hit the canvas in round 3, and here we are. And it should be mentioned that I've heard of hard training camps, but what he does to himself is above and beyond the call of duty. At 15,000 feet, guys, I've skied at 12,000, 13,000 feet and couldn't breathe. And these guys are up there in this concrete hut. I mean, you talk about putting yourself through it.
That's how much it meant to, well, both of these guys, really. Beautiful left from Marquez.
Wow, that was nice.
And the right.
I'll tell you one thing. Freddie Roach gave him a little version of Angelo Dundee's famous, "You're blowing it, son."
Yes,
You're blowing it.
Yes, he did.
You're letting this fight get away from you.
Yep, and I couldn't agree more.
You can always count on Freddie to tell it like it is.
Good shot.
Good rib shot right there, underneath the rib cage. Those hurt. Marquez countering again. Marquez looking sharp. Long way to go in this fight.
The thing is, and we all know, and Marquez knows, and Manny knows, that he can turn it around in just a blink.
If he gets the right opening, he can. As Marquez learned something in that 3rd round.
Yeah, there is one great point there, and that is, for all the times Marquez has nailed Manny solidly, he still hasn't put him down.
That is the point in the last.
Came close.
That's right.
In the last
Again
18 plus rounds.
Time.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy, we got a cut on a headbutt.
Yep.
Accidental headbutt.
Yep.
Spine. All right. Time
Oh,
in.
boy. Right eye.
And a bloody nose. Not from the headbutt.
No. Fist butt.
Yeah, a fist butt.
The key for Marquez was to make an adjustment, and which was basically go back to basics. Look at his stuff.
Oh,
right
good
there.
combination inside. And here comes Manny back.
Wow.
Good sharp punch by Pacquiao.
That was an explosive burst by Marquez, and then Manny fired back.
Look at Manny using his spin. This is the Manny I know.
Wow.
Pacquiao senses something here.
Yeah, but he puts himself in so much jeopardy because his head is right up there.
But while, as you pointed out, he hadn't hit the canvas yet in 18 plus rounds against this guy.
Came close in round 2, didn't he? Or
Yep.
round 1.
Round 1. Blood streaming down the cheek of Juan Manuel Marquez. We're going to look at it in the... Boy, I hate to see that in a fight of this caliber.
That stinks.
He's been there before, though.
Yeah, and I don't think it'll stop.
Look at him intensely going in with a counter punching.
Wow.
You get the sense that Manny might have to let it go. And if he can knock him out, he'll have to knock him down, but he hasn't done it. And Manny letting Marquez fight his fight. Wow, now there's blood underneath the eye. Maybe that's from his glove.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Manny's blood or if it's Marquez's.
I think it's Marquez's. Let's take a look at this thing.
He's cut too. Juan, it's a very little cut. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. And there you see Pacquiao cut as well.
No gloves in those corners.
All right, Manny, that's the way to fight this guy. On your toes, in and out, speed. Manny, listen to me. He cannot handle your speed.
Freddie Roach getting really aggressive in the corner now with Manny, and here you see a tremendous flurry. They want Marquez to flurry with him. They feel that Pacquiao eventually will have the edge that way because he's got the greater hand speed.
They're probably right. His hands are heavier, but Manny's head is just up there to be nailed.
What will round 8 bring?
I have no clue who's going to win this fight.
I'm enjoying the hell out of it, though.
I didn't have any clue before we got here. I've been trying to figure it out, and it's just unpredictable between these two. A classic matchup for the ages, and we're in round 8 now. How do you guys have it after 7?
Well, I have it 66-66.
Me too.
Oh, gosh.
Dead even, man.
Oh, good right hand, and Manny.
He's blinking his eye.
He's blinking his eye.
That right hand hurt him. Went right into the eye.
It might have stung on that cut, guys. Now he's got his attention. Oh,
He's still blinking that eye.
Yep, it's hard to see. That's a major factor. Losing his vision.
It looks like what used to happen when a fighter got thumbed. You know, that doesn't happen anymore, but he was really covering up that eye.
That was Marquez's best body punch of the fight. That one hurt Pacquiao.
Manny's in trouble.
He wants him to bring it, he says. That means he's in trouble.
That body punch hurt Manny Pacquiao.
Yes, sorry.
He felt it down here. Manny's bleeding.
He's protecting that rib cage, too. You notice see where he keeps bringing that right arm down.
Marquez, determination on his face.
Marquez ought to go for it here because I think he has a chance.
That might be his best chance.
I agree. I don't know if he senses Manny's predicament or not.
Sometimes when you're in there, it's harder to see than when you're out here.
Especially if you got a wildly unpredictable guy like Pacquiao in there. You got to walk that fine line, but this might be the time where he needs to unleash. Manny's having trouble seeing out of that eye.
Wow.
And he's getting hit and tagged. He's hurt, but he's still got a lot of power.
It's just deafening in here.
And that blood is pouring out from Pacquiao. That's why he grimaced. I think the punch stung him so much it ripped it open, and he felt it.
Another body punch hurt Pacquiao.
Yep.
Those body shots are taking their toll on Manny Pacquiao. They're slowing him down.
I think the body punches have hurt him more than anything to the head so far.
How tense is this?
My palms are sweaty, I'll tell you that.
That's same with me. I tell you what, Manny being very cautious right now. There, he just got tagged up the stairs. Will Marquez finally be able to put the Pac-Man on the canvas? He's withstood the last 2 fights. Marquez 4 trips to the floor. And here he is again, looking to knock down the Pac-Man. Pac-Man now, he's opening up.
Oh boy, Pacquiao's
Final
still very
15
dangerous.
seconds. One punch for Pacquiao could turn this around right now. Marquez has probably taken a slim lead after this round. Let's see the corners go to work.
That's close to a 10-8 round.
Above and below.
Deep breath, man.
Boy, they're really working on that eye. It's bothering Pacquiao. Now look at that body shot. Look at how he doubled over from it.
That's the same punch that stopped Bobby Pacquiao 2 nights ago down the road. Same exact shot.
And that's the one that bothered him to the eye.
Look at that. It's rare you see that visible an effect on a fighter.
I think he's got 2 cuts now. One from one of those punches.
I think that's the most dominant round of the fight, even, you know, notwithstanding the knockdown.
Let's see if Manny can turn it around in round 9 and get this fight back even, at least on our announcers' cards here. It has not disappointed, to say the least.
I think it's been better than the first fight so far. Really, more damage.
Isn't that amazing?
Don't you think? More damage from Marquez.
Manny's right eye, right cheek swelling. He's got to find a way to turn this around. Marquez has been doing pretty much what he wants to do from round 5 on, surviving a vicious punch that put him on the canvas. Not just the punch, but the way his head bounced off the canvas like a pumpkin. But he got up, survived somehow, and here he is. Perhaps his best round of the fight, round 8. And we are in round 9. And Manny trying to press the charge.
Yeah, and Marquez trying to lure him into a trap, but you don't want to wait too long, because Pacquiao could, you know, pick up some momentum here.
Yeah, and of course, you know, every second that goes by and you're not hurting him, he's recovering.
Good.
And there's a great shot. While Marquez is waiting, Pacquiao blasted him one.
Proves your point.
Manny trying to turn it around after getting pelted in the 8th round.
Pacquiao trying to find the rhythm, the way again that Marquez found his again in the 5th round.
Marquez getting countered that time. Marquez now missing with a combination. Trying to, seems like he's sharpshooting for that eye a little bit. Left hand gets in from Pacquiao.
Marquez waiting much too long, and Pacquiao is taking advantage of it in this round. Pacquiao having a good round.
Yes, he is.
Oh, another clash. I'm wondering how much that great 8th round took out of Marquez. I'm not going to believe for a second he's getting tired in this fight, but he is the older fighter at 34.
But sir, he does seem to have taken this round off a little bit.
Inside a minute, round 9. Manny having a good round, pushing Marquez back.
Yeah, but there was an effect. That left hook that Marquez landed to the temple. There's a little bit of an effect on Manny.
Well, he's opening up the cut again on Marquez's eye. If you just want to judge from the blood damage from the cuts, Marquez in this round is getting the worst of it. 28 seconds left, round 9.
What happened?
He's going to have him look at the cut.
No.
All he had to do was wait 28 seconds.
It's a Hagler-Hearns moment right now.
Really?
Continue, but keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Time in!
That's pretty bad, though, guys. It's opened up pretty badly.
Nacho Beristain will have his work cut out for him.
No pun intended.
And I'll tell you, by Marquez not doing well in this round, may have lost the round and allowed Pacquiao a big round on points.
You're right.
Because this is a close fight.
Oh, he got hit inside by Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao getting the best of that little exchange. So that was, here we go again. The fight has swung back around in a horrible cut. A horrible cut inside the eye.
Bad.
That is bad. Bad spot.
Oh, man.
That's the spot that can end a fight. And if they stopped it now, it might be another draw.
Right, they would go to the cards.
Stop pressing, stop pressing. All right, Pacquiao bounced back, a good bounce back round. And there you saw it, real nice right.
Here's where they really exchanged here, but Pacquiao, I thought, got much the best of it. We didn't see it there.
This thing has flown by, folks. We're in round 10. And it's a matter of damage now over the right eye in a bad spot. Marquez, how do you play it, guys? You know, you got 3 rounds to go in one of the worst cuts.
Got to go for it.
He's got to fight. I mean, that's...
Got to go for the knockout.
Hey, he just got tagged.
Well, forget
he
that.
Just got tagged. Now, Manny's got to try to end it here, too. Wow, this thing could turn on a dime when Manny gets going.
Wow.
The cut is wide open. How Marquez didn't go down, just maybe not a heart of us flush punch. But here we are. Marquez still a little wobbly.
Yeah, but now is when Manny gets dangerous because he gets into that over-anxious lunging phase and he can get countered here.
What a change of events from round 8 to round 10. Ebb and flow, back and forth. There's another left hand. Not as effective. Manny throwing combinations upstairs, headhunting. Marquez has a terrible problem with that right eye. Hard to see out of that eye. He's blinking, wiping it away.
Well, that window of opportunity was wide open for Pacquiao.
Well, just as it was for Marquez 2 rounds ago, and it seems to have slammed shut.
Marquez needs to jab more from his standpoint. Pacquiao probably at this point can't push it a full 3 minutes.
All I know is that Marquez needs to get respect back from Pacquiao because right now, Manny doesn't have a lot of it.
He's got that left hand cocked right there. He's been waiting to throw it. Took about a minute off. Now he's staggered or slipping a little bit. There's got to be a lot of moisture in the ring from all the blood.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness. 2 countries, 2 fighters representing their respective nations. Everybody's heart way up in their throat. This is what boxing's all about. 30 seconds left in round 10.
Marquez was truly stunned at the beginning of this round.
It's amazing that he stood up, and we'll see it on the replay, but man, that looked like a harder shot than the one that knocked him down.
Well, he's got more problem than just Manny right now. That eye is turning into hamburger, guys. Now look at that counter.
Somebody lost a mouthpiece. It's in the referee's hand. Manny's. Manny lost the mouthpiece that round. It was a big round for Pacquiao.
Masak na sila. Okay, Dibran. Nice shot.
Es que no lo presionas, cuando le metes un golpe.
You're not pressing him. You're waiting. You're waiting.
Faltan 2 rounds, Juan.
Press. Just 2 more rounds, Juan. Attack the body. All right, a big moment in this fight. There it is. Juan Manuel actually walked right into that punch.
Came from behind.
He walks right into it. Look at that.
I've never seen that one. That's a new one.
Now, he's an unorthodox fighter, Manny, but even that one, I think, is one that he made up on the fly.
2 weeks ago, Juan Manuel's brother, Rafael, in a pitch battle with Israel, let the fight get away from him in the last 2 rounds. This fight probably also hangs in the balance in the last 2 rounds.
Great point.
Marquez comes out firing a good right hand, left right combination. We're in round 11. It has lived up to its billing.
When round 8 ended, at that point, if anybody had said to me, I'll bet you Pacquiao pulls this out, I would have taken out everything I own and put it on the table. Because it looked like Marquez was the winner at the end of that round.
I'm guessing you got it even going in the last 2 rounds.
I have Manny Pacquiao up by a point.
There you go.
Same here.
So
I mean, the rounds have been easy to score pretty much.
Juan Manuel Marquez needs the last 2 on your cards.
Yeah.
And
low blow.
No point deduction, though.
Okay.
Marquez didn't think so.
I just remember they took a point from his brother in that fight with Vasquez. For
the parallels are amazing.
That punch did not get there.
No, they're starting to see with their hearts now.
And I'll tell you something. If I was either one of these men in this position, I'd say I need a knockout.
Good shot. Marquez landed a big right there.
Yes, he did, but what he really needs is another one of those punches to the body that he landed earlier.
Yes. That's the only one that really got a reaction out of
There's a right hand got inside. Marquez fighting a good round this round.
Yeah.
Now Manny comes back. Like I said, I wouldn't want to go to the judges' cards if I was either one of these
Can you
guys.
imagine? Could two guys ever fought back-to-back draws?
No, I can't.
I can't imagine.
Not my brother and I. He always won.
And then that knockdown, of course, becomes all the more crucial.
Yeah.
Because that could spell the difference in this fight. It seems that close to me. But this has been really an amazing bounce back round for Marquez.
I think we're being set up for one heck of a round 12 is what I think, guys.
I thought you were going to say we're being set up for a third fight.
Well, we've already been set up for that.
Good shots.
Pacquiao blocked that last one, though, which could have been the big one to finish off the combination.
But it's amazing the way these guys seem to alternate rounds.
Whew. That's nice. Marquez, they're both just brilliant to watch.
Dead game, these guys. They really
are. Oh, left hand gets in on Marquez.
It's just like lightning, man. He just pulled that one out.
I know where it came from. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Couple of punches, they're going to go out of here in the final seconds.
Well, I have it even now.
Yep. So, of course, it comes down to the 12th round.
And it comes down
round 24.
And it comes down to the difference of the knockout, as you guys just said.
Yep.
Round 24, and we still don't know anything.
Last round, Manny. Close your eyes. Last and final round. Touch gloves when you come out.
One of the worst cuts imaginable for a fight not to be stopped. It runs the entire length of that eyebrow.
Mira, tírale al cuerpo y luego rematas con la derecha. Okay, Juan, insisto, peor, porque si le llegas a cascar un upper cuando está.
Wow.
That's one of the worst spots.
That is a miserable cut.
Let's go, Manny.
Last round. Okay, Brad.
How do you have that cut, Wally, on the Klitschko meter? That's what I call it.
This is worse. This is bad. But you know what? 3 minutes to go.
3 minutes to go and still even in a lot of people's minds.
I just checked with two of the ringside reporters right behind me here. Great boxing writers, Kieran Mulvaney, Robert Morales. They both have it 104-104 going into this final round. That's my score.
Yep.
Here we go. If you have a seat belt, cinch it up just a little bit more.
I mean, the thing is, it's been pretty easy to score the rounds. The guys who won it pretty clearly won the rounds, I think.
That's an excellent point.
It's been a brilliant ebb and flow between two great fighters. Manny getting inside a little bit better there.
Good shot.
Good right hand from Manuel Marquez, which usually makes Manny respond. This is one fighter that Manny just can't unload on because he pays the price so much. But Manny's got to find a way. Now, an advantage in a 12th round like this, to me, goes to Juan Manuel Marquez because he's a superior boxer, can outpoint him.
Absolutely, and I am shocked that Manny is not firing both barrels right now. Oh, here he goes.
Well, if you remember in that last round, he really didn't have much. It didn't seem like he had much energy.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much is in the tank at this point. He may still have one big final flurry. I kind of expect it.
Yeah, but whatever he's got, we better see it. Wow.
Well, somebody's going to have to win this round. 1:30 to go. Now they'll go. I don't see how they can't. Nothing's been decided in their mind.
Nice counter right by Manny at the end of that exchange.
It's just going to be a battle of will right now. Both fighters bloodied. An ebb and flow to this fight. A classic fight.
What glory these guys have brought to the sport and themselves tonight.
Absolutely, and this is why, to me, you know, boxing will always be #1 in combat sports. You'll never see this in MMA. You couldn't get this kind of ebb and flow. Look at that!
Now Marquez backs him up. Manny open. Manny going in.
Oh my gosh.
47 seconds left. And one of the great round 12s we've seen after the halfway mark. Both fighters knowing they had to save a lot for the end, and they've got 30 seconds coming up to do it. The blood streaming down the face of Marquez. A fight that is going to go down to the very wire.
This is Marquez's round, guys.
It looks that way, but I keep holding my breath and waiting for Pacquiao to unload.
15 seconds. Marquez looks the worst for the wear, but he might have won the fight. And a crowd of Manny tries to come back in the final 5 seconds.
Wow. What a fight.
And it's over. Both fighters being raised by their trainers, as well they should.
Well, Manny Pacquiao had the last 15 seconds. Was that enough to get the round?
Not on my card.
I don't think so.
I've got Marquez a 1-point winner, just like I did in the first fight.
That's what I have too, but you can't call it a robbery no matter who wins because it's that close.
Of course not.
Guys, I hold your breath for these judges' cards. I really would. And that's what it's going to come down to, but I'm telling you.
They got to do it again.
Well, we knew that after the first fight they were going to do 3 of these. It just took a long time to get to the second one.
All right, let's take a look at round 12. The action was fierce. It was crisp. Marquez owned the first portion of the round. Pacquiao came back at the end of the round. I thought Marquez's punches were a little crisper in that last round, but Pacquiao answered strong. And Juan Manuel Marquez full of blood.
I thought Marquez had the whole middle portion of the round, and there were 2 terrific right hands he landed that were better than anything Manny landed in the round.
Half of this crowd is going to be cheering, half booing this decision. I'm sure both sides think they won it. And we're going to find out now. I would think it's got to be tight.
Michael Buffer looking over the cards. Both fighters think they've won. The cheering's not going to matter. You can raise all the spirit you want to, but it's right on those judges' cards.
Nothing's going to matter now because Michael Buffer's already got the decision in his hands. This is going to be one of the most tense decisions you've heard.
Ladies and gentlemen, after one of the all-time great 12 rounds in the super featherweight division, we go to the scorecards. Jerry Roth scores the bout 115-112 Marquez. Dwayne Ford 115-112 Pacquiao. Tom Miller, 114-113 to the winner on split decision. And new champion from the Philippines, Manny Pacquiao.
I was waiting for the draw.
Rich Murata and Mario Lopez, and I'll tell you, the atmosphere is nothing short of sensational. As Tony Weeks gives the final instruction.
Anything below that's low. Aquí está bien, aquí no. He goes right here, it's okay. Anything below that's low. Aquí está bien, aquí no. Keep everything above the waist. De la cintura para arriba. I want a good, clean fight. Y aquí no play limpia. Obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourselves at all times. Escúchame, cuídate. Listos? Let's go. Vámonos.
All right, we're set to go. Pacquiao Marquez 3 for the WBO World Welterweight Championship. Don't forget Marquez is the reigning WBO and WBA lightweight champion of the world at 135 pounds. Manny Pacquiao is the reigning 147-pound champion of the world.
And welcome to round 25.
Here we go. So Pacquiao, the southpaw, in the blue trunks with the red trim and in the black trim with a little bit of red around the middle is Juan Manuel Marquez.
Marquez looks pretty thick, strong, doesn't look completely out of the ordinary for this weight class, and I know much has been made of him being fighting out of the lightweight class.
Well, you know, he came up in weight. This is the 147-pound division. They signed at a catch weight of 144, but he weighed in at 142, which is just about where he should be for this fight. He had a strength and conditioning coach working on him to get him stronger. The thing he must avoid early is getting knocked down, because that's the only thing that separated him in the first two fights from the draw and Manny winning the second on one judge's scorecard by 1 point and a split decision.
That's exactly it. If he can stay on his feet, then it's a much different fight.
Well, remember that you take away the 2 knockdown rounds, that actually Juan Manuel Marquez has won more rounds than Manny Pacquiao in his 2 fights.
Nothing between them in the first minute of this fight. And listen to the crowd. They're into it.
Marquez has been able to reach Pacquiao with right hands, both counter rights and lead rights. But of course, it was the straight left hand of Pacquiao that did the most damage in recording knockdowns.
And don't forget, for the southpaw, that's the power hand of Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao to the left of your screen. That's Marquez with his back to you. Tries to test downstairs, but doesn't quite catch Manny.
Both fighters have so much respect for each other, and they're both class acts, and both in and out of the ring, and could be a chess match, but an explosion at any minute for either one.
Well, Manny finally opened up there and let it go, and you can hear the reaction by the Filipinos in the crowd, and there's probably equally as many Mexicans here, so there's going to be a lot of chanting as this one goes and unfolds.
This round for these 2 fighters fought fairly cautiously.
It is a cautious first round. 2 minutes by the boards here. Not a lot between them in this first round.
That left hand of Manny just shot out like a rocket. Fortunately missed for Marquez.
Manny has a definite edge in speed
and size.
Marquez's edge is in technique and the style that seems to befuddle Manny at times.
And probably the best at adjusting and adapting to his opponent.
Marquez waiting on Pacquiao here, it looks like, because he wants to counter.
Big, quick combination landed by Pacquiao.
The bell ends the first round. Not much between them.
Well, that'll be a tough first round to score, and I would hate it if at the end of the fight that it came down to the scoring that particular round to decide the fight.
Dave Moretti, Robert Hoyle, and Glenn Trowbridge have the work cut out for them.
Good boy. Hold this one here. You grab this one here.
Yeah. Use that thing. Use that foot thing. Use those things a little bit more for me, okay? Make him commit. Make him commit. Use that thing, make him commit.
It's hard to understand, Freddie, but I know what he's saying. He's asking for feints, to feint more and make Marquez miss.
Well, he's actually asking for foot feints by Manny. So he wants him to kind of stamp that foot, see if he can get Marquez to commit himself, and so that he actually can counter.
Well, I couldn't see much between them. The judges probably will lean to Pacquiao in the first round. This is round number 2. Of course, this is scheduled for 12. Most people don't expect this one to go a full 12. With Marquez coming up in weight.
I thought Marquez looked a little tight to me in round 1.
Well, there's a lot of pressure on him, too. You know, this is a new venture for him coming up to this weight. And he felt the power of this guy in the first 2 fights. But as you pointed out, Rich, he actually won more rounds. So he still has to be cautious that he doesn't get clipped and knocked down early here, especially.
Well, it's the technique and the skill level. It's hard to get much better than Marquez. One thing you can't always account for is speed and power, and Manny's been able to bring that up better than anyone.
And he's an excellent counterpuncher, is Marquez, and that's what he's waiting for here. That's why he's not really getting off first. But Manny said, if he comes first, I'll counterpunch him. So Manny's trying to force the fight a little bit more now.
Yeah, he's picking up his work output, and I think the fight's about to start here.
Marquez digs downstairs again, just to the side.
There's a violent exchange brewing.
Pacquiao does score knockdowns, of course, with suddenness.
And for Marquez, he just has to totally concentrate, and especially after he throws punches now that we know that Manny's going to try and counterpunch him.
Well, I'm interested in seeing tonight if Marquez can be as successful with his right hands, and I mean right leads, not just counter rights. He hit Pacquiao in both fights a ton of times with right hand leads, but Manny's a different fighter now. He's a better fighter now.
Completely different fighter, much more well-rounded. His footwork, his angles, the fact that he's a southpaw, and the fact that he's been able to bring that speed and power up, make it very, very difficult, even for someone as gifted as Marquez.
Yeah, and he just doesn't stop, Mario. He comes at you all the time. He's in front of you. He's got the footwork. He's got the hand speed. Marquez wild with the right hand, finally lands another right hand upstairs. And you hear the reaction of the crowd every time Marquez does something definitive, or in that case, Manny does, the Filipinos go crazy.
There's the counter right from Marquez.
Didn't quite get it into his chin, though, but it's there.
I asked the sparring partners, what is it other than the obvious about Pacquiao that makes it so difficult? And they say the continuous volume of punches and the angles.
And he had some great sparring with Jorge Linares, a world champion in his own right, who has a style like Marquez, but a little bit quicker than Marquez. So Manny gets some great work in the gym.
Well, Manny gets the absolute best sparring available in preparation for his fights. So far, we have a chess match, gentlemen.
Well, there's the 26th round between the two of them, and there's still not much between them.
Very difficult rounds to score.
All right, we'll take a look at some of the action now from round two. Pacquiao, that quick little left. Marquez ducking under the right. Mostly sparring between these two. Marquez, I thought, picked it up a little bit, landed that right down the middle. And I gave the second round to Marquez after giving the first round to Manny.
I think I agree with you, Rich, because he had a couple solid shots that landed, and other than the jab for Pacquiao, it was a much busier round for Marquez.
I went the other way in that one, so I expect the judges will do the same. I had the first round too close to call. I know the judges won't have it even. Second round, I thought Manny landed more significant blows. But again, Dave Moretti, Robert Hoyle, and Glenn Trowbridge will have to control that. This is round number 3, scheduled for 12. Manny Pacquiao on the blue trunks to the left of your screen with the blue and red shoes on. And that's Juan Manuel Marquez, the lightweight champion of the world, picked out in the black and white with a red trim around the middle.
Freddie Roach, who's pretty good about these things in terms of predictions and analyzing how a fight will go, has said that he thinks that Manny will knock out Marquez this time, and he thinks he'll knock him out within 6 rounds. We'll see.
That was a nice uppercut by Marquez, counter uppercut. And usually Freddie isn't so bold with the predictions unless he really believes in it.
He said that it was the best training camp ever for Manny. Manny wasn't quite as positive about it being the best, but he said it was certainly one of the best. This kid has a lot on his plate, being a congressman, being a singing star in the Philippines, and a movie actor. Right.
The list goes on.
I would say I've never seen any athlete really at an elite level who's ever been able to compartmentalize the way that Manny Pacquiao does.
Absolutely 100% agree with you. And be successful at it.
And be such a sweetheart of a person in every place except where he is right now, in the ring.
And that left is really shooting out like a cannon for Pacquiao and narrowly missing Marquez.
I'll tell you one thing that is surprising the Pacquiao people is they thought that Marquez bulked up because they thought he was going to come out and go strong for a knockout and try to come back and bring the fight to Manny Pacquiao, and that's not the way it's developed. He's dropping back a step at a time, looking for the counters.
Well, Marquez as of late has turned into a much more offensive-minded fighter, which has made him much more entertaining, but I think very wise and smart of him to revert back to counterpunching when dealing with Pacquiao.
Now that's his strength, Mario, as you well know, and Rich. So why change up on it in spite of the fact you're going up in weight? You've got to land some right hands, though.
Marquez doing a good job keeping Pacquiao at bay.
You saw Pacquiao with a little foot feint, but Marquez didn't buy it.
Juan trying to get his jab to work. So many differences from 2004 till now between these two. I remember in the first fight, Pacquiao had neither a beard nor a mustache. Second fight, he had a mustache. Now he has both. And you want to know a big difference, just take a look at their purses. Pacquiao, $600,000 for that first fight. He's getting minimum $22 million tonight.
Wow. Again, the counter punching of Marquez doing well. Manny right on top. Look at folks, and when we have the little wider shot, that the size of the legs of the calves of Manny Pacquiao in comparison to Marquez, that's where the power is generated.
No comparison, and a nice right hook by Pacquiao.
Hey guys, how'd you see that last round?
I gave it to Pacquiao.
As did I.
Yes.
And so I've got him ahead by a point, 29-28. And really, either round could have gone either way. I mean, the full round's
incredibly close fight so far.
So again, we go back to the 3 knockdowns in the first round of the first fight and 1 knockdown in the second fight. And other than that, there's no difference between these two guys, even through 3 here in Las Vegas tonight.
This is shaping up, or at least the first 3 rounds have been as the least explosive of the 3 fights. It may turn into that. We have yet to see, but the rounds fought more cautiously here so far tonight than the first 2 fights.
Well, as the heavier 38-year-old, or when I say heavier coming up in weight for him, he's going to wear down because Manny keeps tremendous pressure on him. And if he wears down, Pacquiao will turn it up a notch and then start pot-shotting him.
Well, that footwork is just tremendous. And the way Manny uses his angles and gets in and out of there, it's unparalleled.
Manny is looking to land a short right hook over the outstretched left jab of Marquez. He's shown it a couple of times now, and that could be a key punch in this fight. Watch for it when Marquez throws that jab out. A little quick right hook over it by Pacquiao.
A little more than a minute gone in the 4th round. Still not a lot between them. Marquez comes with the big, at that time, the straight right hand, and then left hand, rather, and then the big left hook, but he didn't really catch Manny. Total concentration in the eyes of both men.
Marquez looking for that perfect counter punch.
Right eye of Marquez beginning to show some wear.
That's also been a hallmark of the later years of Marquez.
Unintentional clash of the heads there.
A lot more puffiness of the eyes and some bleeding.
Heads came together, but no blood.
But you're right, Rich. He does have a tendency to swell easy.
Going off to that wide hook with the left hand to the body of Pacquiao, but they're in such great shape. Unless you get a real crisp, hard hook into the body of Manny, it's not going to take any toll on him. He's too hard in the middle.
When Marquez goes to that wide stance, he's usually looking for the right lead.
Manny getting a lot of success now, being a lot more accurate with that left.
And his footwork, as you pointed out earlier, watch it, folks, it's magnificent.
Some of the quickest feet I think I've ever seen, actually.
Constantly coming forward, but knows when to zip out of there.
Big looping punch, partially blocked for Pacquiao. Oh, and a nice right hand by Marquez.
That ends round 4. I want to tell you, there's not a lot between them.
Doesn't look much like a 9-1 fight to me, gang.
No.
All right, let's take a look. Last round. Combination by Pacquiao. Marquez keeping his distance, landing that little light left cross. Not a damaging punch, however. There's showing some feints, showing some movement upper body.
You gotta move that head. Right, he's coming back.
Brad, pagkatapos mo sumuntok, galaw ka agad, huwag kang tumambay sa harap.
Ya vea más, le metiste una derecha abajo, no muy bien aquí en las.
You need to move a little bit more because your head is staying the same and you're getting caught. Manny Pacquiao coming back. Nice body shot by Marquez and a nice counter right hand by Marquez. Best shot of the fight for Juan Manuel. Here's another look at it. Overhand right, catching Manny flush.
We showed that up on the circular video board here, and the fans supporting Marquez went nuts.
All right, this is round number 5. The Colonel Bob showed him Rich Murata and Mario Lopez at ringside here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. The principals in there for the WBO World Welterweight Championship. Manny Pacquiao to the right of your screen, the southpaw fighter in the blue trunks, the red trim, and the reigning lightweight champion of the world, Juan Manuel Marquez.
Crowd chanting "Si se puede." Yes, we can. And Marquez showing some heart, showing some spirit. Pacquiao was seemed to be getting into a groove in the last fight, in the last round, pardon me.
Good body work, though, by Marquez early in this round.
Marquez up on his toes, trying to show some good footwork in his own right for the 38-year-old legs who's been in all kinds of wars. This is his third fight with Pacquiao. Had the fight with Floyd Mayweather.
Beautiful uppercut from
Sneaky
Marquez.
uppercut from Marquez.
He can do it all. 2 wars with Juan Diaz, Chris John, Manuel Medina, Casamayor, Robbie Peden. All very tough fights for the aging champion Marquez, who doesn't look like an old man tonight, I'll tell you.
Pacquiao's trying to force a fight here now. I think he's getting a little impatient.
Which might play into the hands of Marquez with a nice counter.
And Manny wants to get something going. He's been pot-shotted a couple of times in this round. We're past the midway point in this round, and Manny hasn't won the round yet.
Marquez doing a good job of keeping the distance, countering with that uppercut and straight right. This is Marquez's round so far. Nice jab by Juan Manuel. Marquez fighting very smart, very cautious, staying on the by the outside and having effective counterpunching.
I think the people that handle Manny Pacquiao are surprised by the fact that Marquez is so patient. They know he's a great guy.
That's a big right hand by Juan Manuel, very effective. Pacquiao getting a little frustrated, going to let his hands go. Will it play into the hands of Marquez?
Well, Marquez caught him with that right hand and put him back on his heels.
Sure did. He staggered him for a moment.
Marquez fighting a perfect fight.
And another beautiful uppercut by Juan Manuel. And he is surprising a lot of people, Rich, because a lot of people thought he might be done at this point.
Well, you're not sitting next to one of them.
And another beautiful right by Marquez.
By far Marquez's best round of the fight with about 10 seconds to go.
Frustration has got to be setting in. Manny Pacquiao hasn't seen this kind of adversity in a while.
That's the first round that was actually definitive in this fight.
And it's for Marquez.
All right, let's take a look at the action. That started it. A beautiful uppercut from long range with the left hand. Very unusual punch. Then Marquez staggered Pacquiao with that overhand right. That's been his most successful punch in 2 fights, the first 2 fights with Pacquiao, and it's coming to the fore again here tonight in this 3rd fight. Marquez really landed some tremendous blows and had the most definitive win of a round by anybody so far in this fight.
And Rich, you're so right. When he goes into that straddle position of both his legs, he does that lead right hand, which he's found a lot of success in. I don't speak Tagalog, so I can't tell you what they said in the corner, gentlemen.
Well, there's certainly an urgency over there. You can tell by just the volume and the excitement that they are concerned. Of course, Freddie remains cool, calm, and collected at all times. Now, let's see if Manny does anything different. He's got to turn it up a notch now. He doesn't want Marquez to settle into what he did in that 5th round.
Did Marquez find a groove? Can he sustain? Will Pacquiao suddenly flip the switch and unleash that powerful left hand.
Well, in the last fight, they were basically alternating rounds. Nobody could sustain. So we'll see if Manny follows that script and bounces back here in round 6.
And we're already at the halfway point. I can't believe it.
Now, the chess match started out, you could score any of the first 4 rounds either way. I gave most of them to Manny. First round, absolutely too close to call. But the 5th round was definitive, and now we are in 6.
First definitive round for Marquez.
Almost a minute gone, and this one's a toss-up. Well, Manny hasn't changed. I mean, he hasn't, really let the adrenaline flow catch up with him. He's still trying to box this guy. Big shot.
It's one of those situations, gentlemen, where Marquez has a little success. Does he press the gas a little bit? Does he go forward? And does he leave himself more susceptible in doing so?
Well, he's sticking to his game plan. And I think that the game plan he's exhibiting has not been the one that Pacquiao expected.
Absolutely not. A minute and a half gone in this 6th round, and Marquez is outboxing him in the 6th. As he did in the 5th. There he is with the body. Manny's not frustrated, but things aren't going all his way.
He has not exploded yet, and we're waiting for that. I think people feel that as soon as he hits him a hard blow that Marquez is going to hit the canvas.
Yeah, but so far the harder blows, that one came short. That was a good one. And now the war breaks out.
Those didn't land clean, though.
Nothing was clean there at all. The crowd, most of them can't see those short punches inside.
Marquez having success with that sort of wide uppercut. There's a double right hand, beautiful double lead right hand by Marquez.
And that's what you were asking for, Rick. And Marquez catches him with a left hand. 30 seconds to go in the round. Marquez slightly out in front.
It's interesting, you hear the fans chanting for Marquez. He told me yesterday, whispered in my ear, nobody believes in me.
Well, these Mexican fans are here to cheer him on. And I believe in him. I think he's a terrific fighter.
One of the best. And Rich, I know you've known him from the get. Got to be proud to see him at this point.
I'm just really not surprised.
Hey, I got to tell you, that's a Marquez round in my book.
Yeah, I agree.
Manny has certainly had his moments, but I thought Marquez won the round.
All right, let's take a look at the action there in round 6 as we hit the halfway point. Beautiful shot by Manny Pacquiao. Hit and don't get hit as he backed out of there. Later on in the round, Marquez had a successful several moments as he landed to the body.
Double right hand by Marquez, both landing flush on Manny Pacquiao. 2 rounds in a row where Marquez has boxed beautifully.
Those double right hands will catch the eyes of the judges. Those are flashy.
So round 5 and 6 goes definitively, I think, to Marquez. Everything else is a toss-up. Only a point separating these 2 guys the way I can see. All right, here we go. The second half of the fight, round 7. So into the 3rd fight, only a point separating the guys in 3 fights.
It's a different fight. We've got a boxing match tonight. And Manny, that was interesting. He's just kind of put his hands down for a second like, I don't quite have my rhythm here.
I think he's a little frustrated, Rich. I think he was going to walk through this guy. I think he feels that he's not in his groove. And he's by far not out of it at all and could change it in an instant. But at this point, I think he thought he was going to be far ahead on the cards. We don't know if that's the case. And, of course, this is the round that Freddie Rhodes predicted. And another big overhand right by Marquez.
Actually, we're already around past his 6th round prediction. We're in the 7th.
Marquez has actually had more knockouts after 6 than has Pacquiao.
Where's the explosiveness of Manny Pacquiao tonight?
It's not there.
He's looking
there
for
yet.
it. And that's what makes it such a tense situation. You use the right word, yet. I'm waiting for it. My stomach's in a knot waiting for it.
Pacquiao unable to connect, unable to time and find Marquez.
And Marquez doing a terrific job defensively, and then doing what he has to do offensively to, gain the judges' confidence when they put that score down. Midway through the
beautiful body shot by Marquez.
Upstairs with the left hand. Manny's got his hands full tonight. To this point, anyway. And I'm like you, Rich. When's he going to explode? But we both know what Marquez can do. And he's doing it so far.
Well, the reason I don't assume anything is because I can remember Marquez in the third round of the last fight. He was really dominating the round and getting off to a great start in that fight. And I remember my broadcast partner that night was Wally Matthews. And he said, I got news for you guys. Manny Pacquiao's going down tonight. And it wasn't 10 seconds after that Pacquiao hit Marquez that great left hook that sent him to the canvas.
42 seconds to go in the 7th round. And Marquez having what I think is another good round.
Another solid round and a solid combination by Marquez. And I believe there's a little blood coming from the mouth of Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao getting a little stunned from an overhand right.
Yeah, that right hand really whacks him. The left hand in his face. Manny's got to be frustrated now.
And all the dreams of a $100 million fight against Floyd Mayweather could go up in smoke tonight if Manny Pacquiao does not get things back together again. And I'm not saying he can't. He may very well do just that.
Now he's a sensation.
Beautiful uppercut.
Wow.
Beautiful uppercut by Juan Manuel Marquez. He is showing his arsenal of punches tonight, and that is 3 rounds in a row that Marquez has won, gentlemen.
All right, start of the round. Look at Manny. What am I doing? Let me get it back together here again. Put his hands down, but Marquez landing the cleaner, more eye-catching blows, fighting at a very measured pace. The kind of a pace that a 38-year-old can stand for 12 rounds.
We're falling behind. We're falling behind. Come on, let's go. You pick it up.
And Freddie told him we're falling behind.
Keep doing the same thing, but keep both of your hands up, because he can attack at any second, but keep doing the same thing is what Nacho Beristain is saying to Juan Manuel Marquez.
Now what Bob said, and although it sounds ridiculously obvious what he said at the beginning of the fight, is so true. Marquez must avoid knockdowns. It appears as though he's building a lead.
It does appear, and we're already in the 8th round. And Freddie Roach brought to his attention that he believes he's falling behind.
Well, the first 4 rounds are basically could go either way. But then Marquez 5, 6, and 7 very definitively in his favor. And this is the type of fight that you can get the controversy afterwards, because it depends on how those judges saw the very close rounds.
Well, in my opinion, gentlemen, those last 3 rounds weren't close.
No, the last 3 rounds were definitive. That's why if Pacquiao gets a decision like right now, people go crazy, because Marquez has been definitive at the end of the last 3 rounds, rather.
And just like you said, Rich, Marquez doing a brilliant job with his distance, keeping him at bay, the counter-punching, not engaging in a full-out exchange where he leaves himself vulnerable.
And he tries to go to the little left-hand lead, but it misses.
You just never can be sure, and Marquez showing some swelling now, that left eye.
Yeah, I noticed that.
But you can never be sure how rematches are going to go in terms of their style. Remember the explosive Barrera-Morales first fight. It was just an unbelievable battle. Second fight, fought right here at the MGM Grand, a 12-round decision, and it was fought at a much more measured pace and a boxing match like this.
Beautiful combination, uppercut straight right by Marquez, and a big right hook that Pacquiao's landed, and he hasn't landed those in a while. Marquez has got to be on point defensively at all times.
And he knows that. He told us in the fighter meetings yesterday, he just can't let his guard down for 1 second in the fight. You lose your concentration with Pacquiao, and you can be on your keister in a hurry.
And he knows that better than anyone.
Yeah, he does. And he's fighting, I think he's fighting a brilliant fight to this point.
Colonel, 100% brilliant fight. I'm actually quite impressed, because I thought, to be honest, not the skill level of Marquez that I ever questioned, but just the speed and the power and him coming up in the weight class that I think possibly might be too much.
You know, great champions sometimes come up with that one last great fight, and this might be the night for Marquez. But there's still a lot of time to go.
And a big left hook by Marquez.
Boy, the counter punches by Marquez have been the story tonight. And as I said that just to say that, he goes to the right-hand lead, and that's what you were asking for. And he's done it on several occasions. He's beaten Manny to the punch now with a jab.
Pacquiao hasn't found the
key of the rhythm. This is another Marquez round.
This is another Marquez round. Very busy, much more effective round for Marquez.
Straight left hand down the middle, but not enough to give Pacquiao the round, in my opinion. Well, for the first time in my score sheet, I now have Marquez ahead. But he's definitely 1, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Terminando inmediatamente alrededor en el cerebro, Juan. En cuanto termina, redoblas tu defensa, sube las manos y vivo para retroceder.
When you finish your combinations, don't forget your defense. Remember to put your hands back up. You've got to be careful because you're leaving your face open after.
Split lip there. All right, we go to round number 9 at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. Everything that we thought it would be. The WBO World Welterweight Championship, Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez 3. You know, just in case Marquez does pull this off, there's a return clause, so the trilogy will go to a 4th fight.
It's okay with me.
Yeah, with me too.
I can see these guys every week.
Because now with all the rounds they've fought, there's no point separating them if the judges have Marquez in front by 1 point at this stage. Oh, yeah, really clipped. And that landed behind the head. He didn't mean it, but that's where he hit him, and then he felt it.
The fight really has been fought cleanly.
Well, they're two very clean fighters. The heads have clashed, I think, just 1 time, so no problems there.
Which is surprising considering Manny's a southpaw.
Yeah, that's usually when you see it happen, but they're at the same height. Here's Marquez getting off first, the jab getting through. Marquez just fighting a brilliant fight. Pacquiao just doesn't see it himself, but you know, it's not that he's not there, Rich. It's that Marquez is taking it away from him.
A lot of times when he starts to rush in, now Marquez just sticks his left out and he negates his rush.
Still get the idea Manny could drop him, but you notice Marquez holding that right hand very high, and he's got to keep the left hand up there too, and he's picking off a lot of the right hand shots, the hooks by Pacquiao. Pacquiao came with an uppercut that time, but couldn't catch a piece of the chin.
Well, Manny's picking it up. I mean, he's picking up his volume of punches here. He's trying to throw more, trying to force a firefight.
Going much more to the uppercuts as Pacquiao. That's about 5 he's thrown in this round. It's a half hook, half uppercut with his left hand, which would really be a cross for the southpaw fighter. He caught Marquez with a pretty good shot that time, but doesn't take any effect. These are the types of exchanges you look for, but who's getting the best of it? Manny has turned it up, but Marquez was right with him and might have landed a heavier blow. But now is when age can begin to show, and the tough fights, but no. It's a war.
These are the exchanges we love, but the ones that Marquez doesn't need to be getting in if he wants to continue to lead in the scorecards.
16 seconds ago, and I can't tell you who won this round. It was a better round for Manny.
Manny wants the brawl. Now he's getting it. This is good for Pacquiao.
Yeah, but who won the round? Everybody's on their feet for Pacquiao. The crowd is on its feet. They love it.
Gentlemen, I still think Marquez did enough to win that round.
So do I.
Beautiful uppercut by Marquez. Solid punches. We'll see in the replay here. Manny much more aggressive, but Marquez much more accurate. Pacquiao relentless with his stalking. Another look at the beautiful uppercut, right-hand combination that's worked so well for Marquez tonight.
All the cheering the crowd did, you saw on the replay how many times Manny Pacquiao missed because of the exact positioning of Marquez.
That was the
But that was the round of the fight so far.
And that was the first round that was a throwback to their first two fights.
Which, correct me if I'm wrong, Marquez is not in the situation now to want to get in as selfish as we may want to see it, correct?
I would think. I would think that's exactly the case.
The problem is, guys, you both know this. The nature of a fighter when some guy attacks you is to fight. And also, as the fatigue begins to set in, you can be lulled into a brawl. And that's not what he wants to do. But he certainly didn't take any steps back in that last round, which was a Pacquiao brawling round.
But because of the pace of the fight, I don't think it's one that Marquez should be feeling any fatigue yet.
And one person who we know is not tired is Manny Pacquiao, and who carries the power in the 12th round just as much as he did in the first.
And that might prove to be the difference in the fight, because it's very close right now, although I have Marquez slightly out in front.
So do I. And Colonel, those shots like that have been so telling in this fight for Marquez. Surprising and somewhat silencing this poor Filipino crowd.
Slowed down just a hair here in the first minute. And I get the idea it could explode any second here now. Right hand by Marquez. Manny comes back but can't land it, and he pushes Marquez down to the canvas, and Tony right on top of it. A bit of an inside uppercut by Manny Pacquiao. And look at this guy battle back. Marquez is going to slug with him.
And a cut in Manny Pacquiao's eye.
Manny Pacquiao showing that hand speed. Marquez's face looking beat up right now. But he's still doing a nice job, and I think winning the first almost 2 minutes of this round.
Pacquiao usually likes to touch gloves after that break. He came out swinging with that big uppercut. Frustration mounting.
Yeah, he hasn't done that when Marquez has hit him tonight. He hasn't tapped his gloves together as if, let's fight.
Now he realizes he's in a war. Straight left hand gets through by Manny. Marquez answers his counterpunching is sensational tonight. 1-2 combination by Marquez. Manny on the assault.
Manny with a cut, I think in a bad place, with the blood can trickle into his eye.
He motioned to his head like the heads came together.
Right.
Another big
right hand again by Marquez. Well, Marquez with the bombing down and bending down at the legs is making Manny miss a lot too, which helps his counterpunching.
And Colonel, that right eye is closing for Marquez.
Yeah.
Can it survive 2 more rounds?
Well, it will if he can stay on his feet. Boy, this is everything it was supposed to be now. We've got the headbutt, guys, so you take a look at it.
All right, as they come in, Marquez leaning in, and then Pacquiao at the last second, and that's a pretty brutal headbutt. That was quite a collision of heads.
Unintentional.
And they're still punching after that. That's what's really amazing. Look at it. After they butt heads, now watch, they're going to each throw and land. Amazing.
Did Manny do enough to win that round?
I think that he did, yes, in my opinion.
He's throwing everything at you now. He's starting to gain a little momentum, Nacho Beristain is saying. Here's a look at the big right hand from Marquez. I got to tell you, gentlemen, I still had Marquez winning that round.
Well, we're all split on that one again. And you know, if this comes down to 2 rounds, it's going to be just how the judges saw it. It comes down to a couple of points. And that's the way I have it right now. I still have Marquez slightly out in front in this fight. It's championship time now. How's the conditioning of Marquez at 144? So far, no problems. He hasn't been down. He hasn't been shaken. Pacquiao's been shaken, I think, once, maybe twice in the fight. Brilliant effort by both men.
Colonel, you're exactly right. He has not been shaken. And more importantly, he has not been down. And can he remain on his feet in the next 2 rounds?
Well, that's going to be the difference in the fight. If he goes down now, it would be a disaster. Because he's within striking distance of winning this fight.
Well, it seems to me we could be coming down to another controversial decision where both guys think they won the fight when it's all over.
Well, it will be, Rich, and I mentioned that right away because the first 4 rounds of the fight were so close. And the last round was close. We were split on that.
But Rich, Pacquiao's getting there now.
Pacquiao is getting there, but if you look at the fight in the body language of Manny Pacquiao, I don't know if it so much says he's so confident that he walked away with this one cleanly. So far.
Well, if he wins this round, I got a dead even on my score sheet, and I got him slightly out in front just past the first minute in the 11th round.
By the way, odds on the draw were 18-1.
Wow. Marquez came into an 8-1 underdog, right? Another combination by Marquez.
Manny needs to land some shots here if he's going to take this round. And he's trying all he can. But there's no quit in this Marquez at 38 years of age, 6 years older than Manny Pacquiao. He got himself in tremendous physical condition to this fight. Less than a minute to go in the 11th round in championship time. Manny seems to have a little bit more right now, but he hasn't landed any clean blows, real clean.
You're right, Colonel. His tank does look a little more full. Marquez seems to be breathing heavy, and that mouth's a little open. So can Manny capitalize is the question.
And it's too close for him to be able to cruise at all in this fight. Got a nice right hand through it, bounced the head of Pacquiao.
Hold your breath in that last round. Once this gets to that last round, remember that earlier tonight, the Britas Prescott-Mike Alvarado fight. And a quick note on that one, guys, I did find out that Britas Prescott was leading on all 3 scorecards when he was stopped in the final round.
And I had it that way too, and I think you did, Rick.
Manny Pacquiao, who usually ends his rounds in a flurry and in a great fashion.
Well, I'll tell you, Marquez looks tired now, and he can't afford to be tired in this last round. He's got to suck it up and know that tomorrow morning he gave everything he's got in the final round.
Nacho Bernstein saying, don't let him catch you with this one punch. Don't let him catch you with one devastating punch because you're winning this fight. Keep your angle straight and keep with the left uppercut and straight right. Don't let them be bandits and steal it from you.
Well, I got a dead even going to the final round of the fight. Rich, how have you got it?
I have Marquez in front.
I have Marquez in front as well.
Neither one of these guys are going to walk out of here and leave much on the table.
But
both guys need the 12th round.
Round 36.
Round 36, and I got it 1 point between them still, including the first 2 fights.
A lot of people think we weren't going to be here to this 12th round. I am so glad we are.
Well, it's been a wonderful fight between the aging Marquez and the brilliant pound for pound. Everybody thinks he's the greatest fighter in the world. This guy Pacquiao, champion at 112, 122, 130, 135, 147, 154 tonight, fighting at 147 for the world title, and he needs this round. Manny needs to explode. Marquez cannot afford to get caught.
I know I'm supposed to talk, but I'm holding my breath.
Me too. I find myself holding my breath too. And Marquez seems like he's gotten a slight burst of energy. and fought a very tactical, brilliant fight so far. Can Manny Pacquiao close the show?
He can't let his guard down in the last 2 minutes of this fight. Nobody won the first minute of the final round.
Another right-hand lead.
Look at this. Look at the guy throwing the leather. Right back comes Pacquiao.
If he survives this round, it'll be the first fight he stayed on his feet through all 12 rounds.
And so far, I think Marquez is winning this final round.
Pac-Man a little bit desperate there.
And he's got to be.
A little bit wild.
He has to be.
We haven't seen from Manny tonight are the angles, the quick pivot where he actually ends up behind his opponent at times.
You're exactly right. We started to see a sample of it in around the 5th round, but he completely abandoned it.
Well, this guy has caused him problems in his career in the first 2 fights, and he certainly caused him problems tonight.
And I think once again it's definitive that styles make fights. Oh, there goes the mouthpiece of Pacquiao, and they'll call time.
And that could be a benefit to Marquez. All right, time is back in. There's about 20 seconds, I think, to go. Final round.
Marquez in the fight of his life. Will he get the victory?
Throws a looping right hand. He's landing the shots at the end of this round. 24-23. And Manny coming back. Both guys desperate right now. Both men must win this final round. It's that close. Manny nails him with the body with the right hand.
10 seconds left.
Listen to the crowd, folks. This is the way it's been throughout. That's it.
Marquez raising his hand in victory. And gentlemen, I have him the victor.
I got to tell you, I agree with you, Mario. Juan Manuel wins this fight on my card. I believe he has won the fight.
And I've got him winning by 1 point, 115-114. We'll see how it turns out.
Well, I scored each of the 3 fights for Juan Manuel Marquez, but I have to tell you tonight, I had doubts for the decision, but I think he definitely deserves the decision here tonight.
The most decisive of the victories, in my opinion, gentlemen, and I will be in the ring to speak with him personally.
After 12 World Championship rounds, Robert Hoyle scores the bout 114-114 even. Dave Moretti scores it 115-113. Glenn Trowbridge 116-112 to the winner by majority decision. And still WBO welterweight champion of the world, the fighting pride of the Philippines, Manny Pacquiao.
It's got to be crushing for Juan Manuel Marquez. He was certain he won the fight. I had him up by 2 points at the end, 115-113, but again, another devastatingly close fight.
But this one on the judges' score sheet, with the exception of Robert Hoyle, 1 point by Dave Moretti in favor of Pacquiao, which I wouldn't argue with. Glenn Trowbridge had it 116-112. That's the way he saw it. And it's a sad night for Juan Manuel Marquez, and the legacy of Manny Pacquiao goes on. Kenny Bennis now does his job of clearing the ring. Final instructions.
On both sides. Everything going up here be considered a clean punch. Now, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want you to keep this fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. Touch them up. Buenas suerte.
10-point must-scoring system, no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rules. The fighter cannot be saved with the bell in any round. Only the referee can stop a fight. The unified rules of boxing by the Association of Boxing Commissioners. Here we go. This is what we've been waiting for. I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan along with Jaime Mota and Cristina Poncha. Glad that you can be with us. Our principal's in there. Manny Pacquiao. And five-time world champ Juan Manuel Marquez in 3 different weight divisions. Here we go. Manny starts out fast, throwing the first shots of the fight. He said he'd stay fast, he'd get fast, and remain that way throughout the fight. And it looks like that's what he wants to do. Marquez said, on the other hand, he's going to feel my power tonight before it's over. We'll see how it goes.
Marquez has definitely bulked up, comes in at 143 pounds, the heaviest he's ever been, but he says he feels good. He feels like he still maintains some speed, and that's what he tried to do with his new physical trainer. And if he's able to stay with Manny Pacquiao throughout this fight, speed-wise, then I think he's got a good shot at pulling this off. If not, it's going to be a long night.
Well, we'll see. Train, you know, with a scientist and strength coach, Angel Hernandez, who was with Balco, so there's a lot of talk about that. And of course, that was involved with the steroid era, but he's totally clean. He's given blood, given urine, and he is big, and he is strong. But Pacquiao is so quick, and everybody knows his strength. Remember, Pacquiao's knocked him down 3 times in the first fight and 1 time in the 3rd round of the 2nd fight. Marquez has never been able to execute that, but he's vowed that he will. Manny with the jab.
So far, it's been Manny who's landed the cleaner shots. He hasn't been able to, you know, land one to definitely get Marquez's attention, but he's landed 2 or 3 solid punches.
Marquez very cut around the midsection low. He looks a lot thicker than he usually does, but obviously he's been on a lot of sit-ups. Manny Pacquiao in great shape both physically and emotionally for this fight. Freddie Roach said that holding the pads from his hands have felt heavier than at any time. So both guys are strong. So far, Marquez is missing more than he's hitting. Pacquiao is landing more clean shots. Boy, Manny looks really informed tonight, doesn't he? Up in the toes, bouncing in and out, back and forth, side to side. Captured that jab in his gloves.
He said he was going to be more aggressive, and he's definitely been aggressive here in the 1st round.
Marquez also said he was going to be more aggressive, and he really hasn't been. Manny dictating the flow early.
He's a natural counterpuncher, and that's what he does best. So if Manny comes at him most of the night, that bodes well for Marquez, because his counterpunching style will let him get off a little bit more as if he's the one that's pressing.
You got to remember, too, he's 39 years of age. Both of these men have been in wars over their career, so both of them would be a little bit older than their chronological age in terms of their ring age. That's a Pacquiao round in the way I see it.
I would have to agree with you on that.
Now, the judges, by the way, and there's a lot of talk about judging, as you see Freddie Roach working on Manny. Most people want to hear this, so I'll get to my point in a minute.
He's moving laterally, and he wants to land the left hand, and he was able to do it 2 or 3 times. Left hook and the uppercut. Right hand down the middle. Combinations, that's what we want.
All right, so we're set to go to round number 2. The Colonel Bob Sheridan here with Jaime Mota and Cristina Poncha. Glad that you're with us wherever you are. This is what we've been waiting for many, many months. Pacquiao, Marquez 4. Manny started out the best of the 2 in the 1st round. Here we go with round number 2. Remember, as Jaime told you, Marquez is a counterpuncher, and that's what he does best. And that's, you know, because he's a counterpuncher is probably why a lot of judges don't give him the full credit that he should. Counterpunchers don't get as much credit as the guy that's the more aggressive. And that's been the only difference in all 3 of these fights, besides the knockdowns.
Active aggressiveness, one of the criteria when you judge a fight.
And ring generalship. It seems like Manny's controlling the ring generalship. When they engage, he engages. Marquez has got to get off first a few times here now. At that nice jab. It looks like he has a longer jab, but he doesn't. The jabs are, or their arms are both 6 to 7 inches. Their wingspan, I should say.
Let's see if he's able to do what Nacho Beristain told him. Left hook followed by the right uppercut.
Well, Manny can be hit by the uppercut, but Manny delivers an uppercut and then a left hook of his own. In his case, it's a left power shot because he's a southpaw fighter. Straight left hand down the middle, the way you fight the right-handed guy. There was the left hook and then back upstairs by Marquez. They're into it now.
But so far it's been Manny, the one that's been taking the lead here in the first and second round. And he looks much quicker than Marquez so far.
Much quicker. Another good left hand by Manny getting through. So far Marquez really hasn't done much. He was tagged pretty good by that shot by Manny Pacquiao.
And one of those left hands, you know, in the first and second fight were the ones that sent him to the canvas.
I know it's early, but I got to tell you something. I don't think the weight suits Marquez. I really don't. He doesn't look really crisp to me. I know he's in great shape, but I also know he's 39.
Well, one of the things we knew, he was not going to get any quicker, especially bulking up and, you know, being a year older. That definitely doesn't help.
He doesn't look to me as crisp as he did in any of the early rounds, even though he got knocked down in the first round of the first fight. But after that, I mean, he was totally, in my opinion, dominant for most of the rest of the fight. Then he got dropped in the third round in the second fight, but he still looked more crisp than he does right now to me. Well, that left hand will tell you something about crispness. And that's what they want, the left hook and right uppercut. Reaching that time was Juan Manuel. Manny very quick on his feet, gets out of the way when this guy assaults him. Gets off first again, and first again does Manny Pacquiao. The bell ends round 2. That's a Pacquiao round. You see any way that any judge could give that round to Juan Manuel?
Not really, just because of the fact that Manny was more active than Juan Manuel. He threw a lot more punches. He was able to connect. They weren't heavy-handed blows, but they did sting Marquez every once in a while.
And here's a corner Manny now.
So, all right, that hook's looking beautiful.
Yes.
And here we have a replay of the last round. Great left hand by Manny. Makes Marquez take a step back. And he was always on his toe, Pacquiao was.
Well, I've got it 2-0 in favor of Pacquiao, in spite of that nice counterpunch you saw by Juan Manuel Marquez. Here we go to round 3. MGM Grand Garden Arena. Judges Adelaide Bird, Steve Weisfeld from New Jersey, and John Keane from the UK. I started to tell you, as we settle into the fight, there was a lot of controversy about who would judge this fight. Only one Nevada judge, and that's Adelaide Bird. And none of the previous judges from Nevada were allowed to judge this fight. Todd DeBuff, the president of Top Rank Boxing, decided he wanted the judges to get together and explain exactly to each other how they're going to score this fight, which they did today. Ordinarily, judges don't get together and talk before the fights at all.
One of the things Manny worked on a lot at the Wild Card Gym with Freddie Roach was moving to his right to stay away from Marquez's right hand. Thus far, he's moving completely in the opposite direction. He's circling to the left, and he's allowing Marquez to time him for that right hand.
But you know, you've heard Freddie say in previous fights, you know, we trained for this, we did this, and then he went back to doing what he wants to do. Fighters, once the bell sounds, they kind of do what they want to do. And he's fighting the way he always does fight. Let's see if at any time does he trying to move a little bit to the right. A little bit better round for Marquez this time.
He's still waiting a little too long to get off.
He is, Jaime. But the question to me is he waiting or can he get off? That's my question.
And that's a very good question, Bob. Because if he...
He drops Pacquiao for the first time in 4 fights Manny's knocked down by an overhand right hand. There's the power of Juan Manuel Marquez for the first time. Manny Pacquiao hits the canvas in the trilogy of fights now into the fourth fight. So Pacquiao did get knocked down. That's what Marquez wanted. Are his legs back?
This is the one thing everybody has been waiting to see, whether Marquez actually could hurt Manny Pacquiao. He did it just with a straight right hand. It was powerful, and it wasn't as if Manny just fell down. He literally dropped. It was a big, big right hand by Marquez. But what he hasn't done in the last few fights is go after Manny, and he's not doing it now either. He's reverting back to the counterpuncher.
Big left hook. He really needed to go after Manny when he hurt him, because he definitely hurt Manny. Manny's legs still look heavy. He's got big legs to begin with, but they look very heavy as he tries to run a little bit. And people are cheering Marquez, Marquez. We got us to fight this time, folks, as if we didn't the first 3 times. Look at these guys loading up shots. Here comes the bell in the 3rd round. Wow, how about that at the bell? But if Pacquiao won the first 2, it's dead even again after 3 with a knockdown.
And I think right now they've got to be worried in Manny's corner, because they really didn't think that Marquez could hurt Manny. And there's that over right looping hand that caught Manny straight, right on the right side of his face. Here it is again, right over Manny's left hand. And Manny seems stunned, surprised.
Oh, he had everything going with that, didn't he?
And you know what? Not only does this give confidence to Marquez, but Manny hasn't been rocked like that as far as I can remember.
And I don't remember it ever. All right, we go to round 4. So much for what I thought that Marquez was lethargic. He might be a little bit slower, but he found a right spot for that right hand, which was the jaw of Manny Pacquiao. He ticketed it, and he did get it off.
You know what? I don't know if this has any bearing into what's going to happen later on or how they feel after the fight. But it's a small victory for Juan Manuel Marquez to know that he put Manny Pacquiao on the canvas. Whether he wins or not, that is a small victory for Marquez.
It's a small victory for him, but he wants a definitive victory. He wants to drop him again and again if he has to. But, you know, you pointed out another thing, I mean, that after he knocked him down, he didn't assault him. He went back to counterpunching. And here they really, you know, this is scientific what they're doing right now. They're trying to figure each other out. Manny doesn't want to walk into that right hand. And you had just mentioned that he's not really able to avoid that big right hand. These are knockouts between rounds 3 and 6 for both fighters. 17 for Pacquiao, and Marquez has 10.
Well, this also may make Manny be a little bit more cautious and not as aggressive as he wanted to be. Because now that he's tasted Marquez's power, he might stay on the outside a little bit more.
Well, what I took in the first couple of rounds of being a bit lethargic, his shoulders are so much heavier and so much bigger that he definitely has added power. There's no question about that. And he's a great counterpuncher, so he doesn't have to be as crisp as a normal fighter would be because he's such a great counterpuncher.
Marquez is a very intelligent fighter as well. He's not going to commit mistakes that lead Manny to take advantage of something that might send Marquez to the canvas.
Nobody's winning this round, by the way. This is one of the real close rounds in the fight. And no matter how this goes, unless somebody's definitive in the last 49, 48 seconds of this round.
Well, I think that Marquez has landed a couple of good shots. He landed a really hard, stiff jab a minute ago that moved Manny.
There's Manny with a combination that steals rounds when you see a combination like that. But again, professional boxing is the hurt business. Those 3 heavy punches that Marquez landed, for me, would be enough to give him the round at this point with 20 seconds to go in round number 4.
I myself always ask, myself to be redundant at the end of a round. Which guy would I want to be at the end of that round? Right now, I think I may have wanted to be Marquez so far.
And I would too, as he walked into another right-handed Manny. Downstairs goes Marquez, and he landed a shot. That's a Marquez round in my book.
Gracias.
Well, not only is Jinky Pacquiao a little nervous, I think the rest of the Filipino crowd here is very nervous. You know, there's a lot of people that have said that Pacquiao has lost his edge over the last couple of years. We're going to find out tonight whether he lost it or whether he recovered it after the Timothy Bradley fight.
We'll find out. You know, the Hall of Fame referee from the Philippines, Bruce McTavish, told me, you know, with the religion, with the problem with the marital situation and the distraction of being a politician in the Philippines, that boxing was number 4. But it seems like when he trains, he puts all his concentration on boxing. So, you know, we thought that there were no more distractions. But, you know, the one thing again, and again, this fight is very, very close. So we're not talking about Manny losing this fight right now. Although I have Marquez slightly out in front by 1 point. We'll see how it unfolds. But there are people that think the distractions are still there.
That was a great left hand by Manny. And Marquez took it.
Boy, the crowd is really into it here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Marquez stiff with that jab, driving off the back foot. That's the right hand go. Actually, his punch. Oh, that's going to be scored as a knockdown. It was a light left hook, but it was enough to catch him off balance. So down goes Marquez. He'll take the standing 8 count. Not hurt at all. He was more off balance, but there was a left hook. So that negates what he did in a much more impressive way. Just a straight left hand. Back comes Marquez. That straight left hand by Manny caught him off balance, but look at Marquez battle back.
You know what? They said all week this was going to be a war. I had my doubts. I don't anymore.
Well, I think you put that fear to rest. You can put that to rest, I mean. Pacquiao tries to come in. Marquez trying to salvage this round now for himself. If he can win the round, he can have the round with him after being down. Manny filled with confidence again. That's one thing. Even though it was, straight right hand by Pacquiao. Marquez able to gobble on it. Here's Pacquiao trying to drop him again.
I think Marquez is hurt.
He may be. There's a shot. He is. He doesn't hang on. He fires back. Pacquiao is going to the finish right now. Marquez will have no part of it as he loads up shots himself. What a round of boxing this is. How about this, folks? Back and forth they go. Manny landing most of the shots. How about that round of boxing? Here comes the bell. It's all over in the 5th round.
And Marquez is all busted up. Marquez is busted on the bridge of his nose, and I think over the left eye as well.
Hey!
Juan, how you feeling?
And here's a replay of the knockdown. First, the jab, and then he sort of steps on his foot, but at the same time, he connects with that straight left hand, and then Marquez goes down. I think it was a little bit of a combination of the punch and also that he lost his balance. But after that, Pacquiao absolutely took over that round. And he busted up Marquez.
Yeah, he sort of was up against that outstretched foot of Manny, and so he tumbled over that. At the same time, he got punched and he was off balance. But after that, as you said, is when the damage was done, because Manny busted him up with a cut across the bridge of the nose, and I think there's another cut as well.
And his nose may be busted because Marquez is breathing through his mouth right now, and it's only the 6th round.
Boy, this is something else. Well, we thank the world for Bob Arum to put this one back together, because this is a sensational fight to this point. And we're not even halfway through the fight, unless it's a knockout.
And see, he's bleeding profusely through the nose, so I think that nose is definitely busted.
Yeah, I think you're right, too. And you can see the mouth hanging down, which is very dangerous to get hit in the jaw. Now, the big surprise was Pacquiao was down in the 3rd. Then he was able to knock Marquez down ever so lightly in the last round. But then he busted him up in the remaining part of the 5th round. And back and forth they go here in the 6th. And Manny's really into this thing now. Hands high, straight left hand down the middle. Every time he puts that on the top of the nose, I'm wincing from the pain that he must be feeling with that broken nose. I mean, look at the dip in the bridge of the nose. It's broken. Right on top of it again. What makes fighters fighters? Man, this is something else. These guys are so tough.
Well, you've got to be a special person to be a fighter. That's for sure.
They're a breed unto themselves, honey. And with over 10,000 fights called, man, I really appreciate that. And this is why, folks. Nice left hand by Manny, and that's his power shot again. That was the left hand that dropped Marquez in the 5th round, the last round.
And all that punishment that Marquez took in the last round definitely took something out of Marquez, because he's not moving like he was in the previous 2 or 3 rounds.
No, you just take a look at the heels of the two fighters, and Marquez is down much more. He sort of stumbles back that time. That's an indication that the legs could be a little weak, and they've got to be. Goes to the right hand lead. And he skips past him. Man, he's got plenty of legs.
It doesn't seem like Marquez has his.
No, but look at the difference in the size of the legs when we have a wider shot. You see that Pacquiao's got huge calves and very narrow the calves of Marquez. That's where power comes from. And here they are back into a war again to end the 6th round. And Manny went down. He hit him with a body shot. I don't know if he can get up.
He hit him straight on the chin.
He got him on the chin. He's knocked out. Juan Manuel Marquez has done it. He's knocked out Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao is still out. And now Jakey really concerned and to know if he's hurt. It was on the far side. He caught him on the chin and blasted him in the body at the very closing second of the 6th round. What an upset. Juan Manuel Marquez has done it. He's knocked out Manny Pacquiao. This is something else. I want to see that punch again, because they're on the far side from where we were. And Pacquiao's body was actually shielding the punch. You see the reaction of his wife, wondering if he's hurt. Boy, oh boy, what a shot he got hit with. His eyes are open. Marquez is over there to see if he's okay. Well, there's your upset. Bob Arum, trying to console Jenke. Everybody from Mexico is thrilled. People from the Philippines are in shock. barbarian with Jakey, the wife of Manny Pacquiao. His eyes are clear. He's all right. Thank the good Lord for that. Let's see it. Crowd still on its feet. Don't worry, we'll have the replay for you. And you'll see what I believe is a straight right hand. Although when it happened, I thought he hit him to the body as he was going down. Here we go. Straight right hand right on the button. Whoa. Straight right hand knocked him out cold. Manny coming in and he walks right into it. Marquez had his body half twisted and Manny get caught right on the chin. Boom, right there. Perfect position was Marquez to land that shot. Manny knocked out cold. His eyes are shut right there. I saw a little punch with the left hand that I thought went to the body at the end, but it was already over. Here's the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, this fight comes to an end at 2 minutes, 59 seconds of round number 5. The winner by knockout victory, damas y caballeros, de Ciudad de México, Juan Manuel Dinamita Marquez.
Well, just to make it clear, it was actually the 6th round, at the end of the 6th round.